Hi, you're watching the movie Canon. Watch Gio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. This is the Met Report, a show about movies, entertainment, and television news. And then we are back with the Met Report. I am kicking this back up with a special Met Report episode. I've been trying to do this for a few months now, but here we are now, August 2nd. I am Giovanni, and I have some great individuals here, big movie fans, collectors like some of us here that are joining me here, where we do the Steven Spielberg directed filmography tier list. So Steven Spielberg has directed, I believe, 34 films. We're not going to go through all of them. It's just going to take too long for that. So this will most likely be a part one situation here. But thank you so much for joining me here today, this August 2nd, 2025, as we do this tier list right now here. I'm not doing this by myself, like I mentioned, so let's bring in my Canon Council, as I like to call them. Let's start with the very first one here. You guys know him as Mr. 1Adam12. Here we go.
Since I was 3 or 4 years old, I've loved Star Wars, so we'll keep moving. We're getting into double jeopardy where things really get tense. Iron Man, knowing that the original Avengers are destroyed and the MCU goes down the drain. And also knowing that we destroy Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Oh, man.
Hey there, Adam. How you doing?
Hey, Gio. Hey, has my intro ever been as prescient as ever before with
Right.
all those Spielberg films on there?
Right.
Yeah. Today I'm wearing because Spielberg had a very important partner in, I think, nearly every one of his films. It might be one or two of his most recent ones. He wasn't able to score the film. John Williams, music by John Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wearing my John Williams shirt because if you look at a Spielberg film or a George Lucas film, Star Wars film, and without the John Williams music, and even Spielberg has admitted it wouldn't be as nearly as successful without Williams' score. And let me ask you something, Gio. Do you believe in coincidence, or do you believe sometimes there's messages out there that you get from the universe, let's say, whether religious or what have you?
I would say more. Well, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to answer that question there, Adam. Coincidences. It seems a little too much, but this John Williams Spielberg connection is a little too perfect. So when I was playing your intro, I was like, yeah, this is very fitting for this particular live stream, right? And then I was thinking maybe you should do a John Williams tier list as well. But go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, I think there's even more. So, a lot of these certainly early Spielberg films. My dad used to take me to see opening weekend, opening day. He passed in January, and had tremendous impact on me and collecting and all that. So, not long after he passed, I ordered. There is Metacom did a figure several years back, Indiana Jones 1/6 scale figure of Henry Jones Jr., Sean Connery's character from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So I ordered it from the store on eBay, and never got it, lost it. Now the store refunded me very quickly, to their credit. So, but I guess the figure was lost in the mail. So this afternoon before the stream, I look on my porch and there's like, there's an Amazon box and there's another box. Looks like a figure. I'm like, well, I'm waiting my Shin Hati, but that hasn't shipped yet, or it just shipped. I haven't gotten it that soon. So what is that? So I open it up and I'm like, there's an Indiana Jones figure. I'm like, what? So wouldn't you know, this came today.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's
nice.
Yeah. Which I guess I got this for free because my money was refunded. But I don't know. You can't tell me there's not coincidences. We're doing this Spielberg show. I got this today. I got this probably the worst form of buying, depression buying, after my dad died, and we loved this movie. So to me, this is a sign. Okay,
very nice there, Adam. Perfect fitting here for today. That's pretty crazy there, but thank you for sharing that, Adam. Let's bring my next Canon Council member of the day here. We haven't had him on here for a while on the channel, but he is back. Let's bring him in here, Mr. Alex Montano. Here we go. All right, let's move on to the next one here. So the other project that is maybe going to happen is the Rey Skywalker New Jedi Order movie. And with that reaction, let's go to you, Alex. What are your thoughts on this? Mr. Alex Montano.
Hey, Alex.
So good to see you guys. It's been a while.
Like your hat, as always. You have some cool hat going on and always cool background. Thanks for coming back, Alex. It's been a while. I haven't been doing the Met Report that much lately, but I'm glad you're here, especially for this special
I'm glad to be here to talk about the best filmmaker of all time.
Yes, for
Amen.
sure. Right? Yeah. So thank you so much there, Mr. Alex. Let's see. My next Canon Council member, let's go ahead and bring him in here. You guys know him as Mr. Jose Plus. So let me find the intro now. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a sec. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. There you go.
You meant Revenge of the Sith, right? You said Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my God.
It's actually a she.
Well, the
and
actress is a she, but Kid Pool actually I think is a male.
Yes,
in the
correct.
comics, Kid Pool is a boy. Yeah.
But you can't. I mean, at that age,
all these fact checks everywhere. But Jose Plus, how you doing?
What's up, guys? Good morning. How you guys doing? Well, afternoon for you guys. But yeah, how you guys doing? You guys doing all right? Excited for this one, Gio. Thanks for the invite.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we had the same idea with the shirt, just different color. But
Oh yeah.
liking
yeah.
the shirt there, Jose, and thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
And I
joining
are
us
the
here
only
today.
ones with different stuff.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jose. Let's bring in my last Canon Council member of the day here. You guys know him as Mr. Jim Collector. Mr. Jim, how you doing? Oh, he's wearing the Jurassic
there
Park
he is.
shirt.
We Jurassic Park.
Okay, I couldn't tell
Had to
at
go
first.
Jurassic Park. Had to
Oh
go
yeah,
with it.
definitely.
Yeah.
How you doing there, Mr. Jim?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me on. Glad to be back on the channel and the show. So, looking forward to discussing some Steven Spielberg. It's going to be exciting.
Oh yes, you were on the Jim Carrey tier list that we did a couple months ago. So that was a lot of fun there. I'm glad you're back on here on the channel, all of you guys. So thank you so much. And let me do this here.
So this is the Michael Bay list, right?
The Michael Bay list, right?
Yes.
That'll be a short conversation there. One word. All right, so let's go into the live chat. Hold on a second, guys. And some of you guys are saying that I'm still drunk. No, I'm not drunk. Those are just geoisms. I wouldn't say drunkenness, but Mr. Brick Artemis, a moderator, say, "What's up, everyone? Jurassic Park, AI, War of the Worlds, Hook, and Jaws are my favorite. E.T. is up there too." So I did put a Q&A, a question in the live chat, asking what is your favorite Steven Spielberg film? Just one film that you like. We're gonna do the tier list with the panel, and then if you're watching live now in the live chat, you could also contribute. I'll factor in your grade, to influence the ultimate ranking there. So thank you so much there, Mr. Brick, Adam, in the panel, and warming up the chat here. Thanks so much there, Mr. 112. A moderator and a channel member, Miss Vita, aka her geeky side. Hey everyone, hello there, Miss Vita. Thank you so much for joining us here in the live chat as well. Much appreciate that. Mr. Feel the Burn, a channel member, says howdy, folks. Hello there, Mr. Robert. Thank you, always a supporter. And Mr. Jim warming up the chat here. Good evening / morning / afternoon, everyone. So so thank you so much, Jim. Also warming up the chat here in the panel today. I keep wanting to say tonight or night. Then we have Robbie, someone who I know in the real world, a channel member saying hi. Hello there, Robbie. And then my sister Alice dropping by here as well, a channel member, reporting live from CatCon, which I didn't know they had. I didn't know they had such a thing until Alice sent me a photo. So I was like, I guess there's cons for like anything, I guess now, but I guess I should have known that there would be something like this, right?
A lot of people posing like Marge's 3 sisters or 2 sisters.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to see some pictures, Alice, because I definitely want to know what's in there. So let's see. And then Robbie's asking, "How's CatCon?" Let's see here. Alice saying, "I'm overwhelmed. Lots of cute stuff to buy, and I've already gotten lots of food samples." So there you go. Mr. S. Beam, a channel member, dropping by. Good afternoon, all. Thank you so much, Mr. S. Beam, for joining us here as well. He was on Figures Talk last night, along with Feel the Burn, who's in the chat as well here. Let's see. Feel the Burn saying, "Gio, I'm glad to see you're still alive." Yes, I'm still alive, Mr. Robert. Henry Jones Sr. Yep. Yeah, Gio, how are you feeling, bud? I was a little nauseous this morning, but overall, not too bad. Not too bad though. I'm here.
You got drunk or what happened?
No, just a little bit. Just a little tiny.
A bit tipsy.
Yeah, I'll say that.
During the show?
Yeah, on Figures Talk. Well, because I did
Squad Dave.
a super chat. Half a shot of whiskey. For $5 super chat, so I was fine. I got 16 super chats, but we're good though. So, so Mr. L. Walker, a channel member, dropping by. Afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Larry, great supporter. Thank you, appreciate that. And again, Jose, is Gio still drunk? Gio totally still drunk. So there we go. or drunk again, says Vina. Um, yeah, that is definitely not the case right now. X-Men is probably still sleeping it off.
Probably.
Oh yeah, he was drinking last
Yeah.
night too. Let's see. Alex Montano told me privately that he thinks Spielberg is overrated. Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
right? Okay.
That was my evil clone.
Vita say, Jim, why didn't you fix your hair? Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
He loves to at me when she's in the comments.
That's funny. Jim Collector told me he's dropping some hot takes on this show. Okay, all right. Looking forward to that, Mr. Jim.
You heard it here first.
I don't see the poll. Break.
Goes over
Oh,
the
wait,
news.
it was a what do you call it? It's not a poll. It's just like a Q&A thing. Like it just asks you a question, you just answer it. I was gonna put a poll, but then I was like, well, we're gonna do the tier list, so we'll get the information that way. Mr. Valkyrie Magnus, a channel member, and he was on Figure Talk last night as well. Have a great show, Gio and my friends. Thank you so much, Valkyrie, for joining us here. Great supporter as always there. Jim says, as much as I'd love to gain some attention, I don't think my takes will be that hot tonight. So let's see here. Just asking what's wrong with my hair. I've gone for the cute and fluffy look. Surely I'm feeling it. So yeah, there you go. I will not be able to vote. I will be listening to the stream while mowing my lawn. If you want to add S to all of the ones I mentioned before, that would be appreciated. Okay, I'll try to remember, Rick. So I'll try to remember. But thank you so much there. Didn't you tell me Inception is overrated, just like Indiana Jones, Jim? So there's that.
He did say that.
I did. Not about Indiana Jones though.
Alex, tell him, Alex, tell him.
oh, I'm sure Alex has some thoughts about Indiana Jones today, so we'll get into that. Trust me, we'll get into that. Yeah, Jose's fake news now, no longer fact checker. Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay, so
How dare you, Brick? How dare you, Brick?
Jose fake news now.
How dare you, Brick?
Valkyrie Magnus dropping a super chat here. Have a greater stream. No need to take a shot for my super chat. Well, thank you so much, Valkyrie.
No, take it. No, take it.
No,
That's not part of the rules.
no.
No, you gotta take it now. You
That
gotta
was
take it.
that was last night. This is 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm not gonna drink
Don't
whiskey, right?
It's a Saturday.
No.
It's fine.
So I got to drive later, so can't be doing that. So then how dare you, Brick? So there you go. All right, it looks like we're all caught up in the live chat there. So thank you so much, Valkyrie, for the $4.99 super chat there. Okay, so what we're doing here is a Steven Spielberg directed filmography tier list. So like I said, we're not going to finish it today. There's just too much. There's too many films, and I don't want to rush it. I want to, I want you guys to provide the input that you would like to provide, without feeling too rushed, right? So, so I'm looking for something real quick here. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna randomly pick some of the movies, the titles, and like I said, if you are voting or contributing to this, just drop it here in the live chat. I'll factor it in there. And like all the other ones that I've done with these tier lists, I'll go to the panel one by one, get their whether it's an S tier or A or whatever, and then in the live chat you guys can drop in your grades, and then I'll keep the voting open for a little bit, but then I'll close it. Once it's closed, it's done. And then I also would like your initial reaction. Try not to change it back and forth, because it gets a little chaotic for me when I'm running down the ranking and stuff like that. But and then of course we're all gonna keep it civil, guys. We're all amigos here, right? I need to get that Fidel Castro clip from The Simpsons when he said we're all amigos here. I was trying to get that little clip, but are you guys ready for this tier list? You guys are good to go?
Let's do it.
100%.
All right. So here we go.
Hold on to your butts.
All right, guys. So here we are. Here we go. The tier list. Steven Spielberg directed filmography. So hold on to those butts there. So here we go. So the first one that I'm gonna do, I don't know what Jose's doing over there, but give me whatever he's having over there. Let's drop. I think we should get this done first. And this. Oh no, wait, wrong one. I'm gonna drop Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, we're
As
starting.
the first one. We're gonna start off with this film because why the hell not? So I'm only going to vote if there's some kind of a tiebreaker. But let's start with Alex Montano. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Where is that gonna land for you?
That's S tier, man. It's the best adventure film of all time. It's that movie like changed my life. It's the movie that made me want to be a filmmaker. It's 40 years old, well, 40 something now, and it's perfection.
44.
In every 44 years old. It's
He
perfection.
corrected.
It's pure perfection. Like that movie, the way it's shot, the script, everything about it, it's perfect. And I mean, I can talk about that movie for hours, and I don't want to take too much of your time because this is going to be a long one. But that's S tier, and I don't think that there will ever be another adventure movie that matches what that movie did for film in general. It's a movie that's still being studied to this day because the way it was shot, the way it was edited, everything about it, it's perfect. And it proved that Spielberg, like, I don't know if you guys knew, but he was always over budget and over schedule in every single movie he did before that. And his challenge for this one was like, I'm going to be on schedule and I'm not going to go over budget. And he did it. And he learned how to do new things with blocking, and he tried new things in every way that you can think, just to avoid going over budget. And it's, I mean, I admire this movie so much.
All right. So we got an S from Mr. Alex
Yes.
Montano, dropping to Mr. Jim. Literally, he's under Alex right there. Jim, where would you put Raiders of the Lost Ark?
What film is this? No, I'm joking.
Exactly. No, just kidding, go.
No, I'd agree. I feel like this has to go S tier. It's actually not my favorite of the three, to be fair. It's better than Temple Doom. Definitely better than Temple of Doom. And my mind's spacing on the third film with his dad, like the actual title of the film.
Last
That's-
Crusade.
Crusade.
Thank you. That's my favorite of the three. I just like the dynamic he has between him and Sean Connery. I just think it's a really good film. But I will say this does have to be S tier. I would put both of them S tier, to be fair.
Okay. 2S.
So yeah.
And then again, guys, in the live chat, if you want to contribute and rank Raiders of the Lost Ark, drop it in the chat. Just say, is it an S, is it an A, B, C, whatever. And I'll factor it in. So we got 2 S's so far. And then we have Viking Collectibles dropping by. Yo, what's up, everyone? Hello there, Viking Collectibles. I don't believe I've seen you before, but thank you so much. Welcome.
Viking's my guy.
joining us.
Oh, hey, Viking. Nice. You're right,
I
bud.
like him.
So
He's
let's
cool,
see. Jim says, hey guys, we are here to chat Steven Spielberg. No matter how great my hair is, please respect the legend by giving him the attention he deserves.
I told you, Adam. I told you. I told him privately, but Adam.
Mr. One Adam 12, Raiders, where's it gonna land?
This is high S tier. This is my favorite Spielberg film, bar none, and that says a lot because he's got, as we're going to discuss, a lot of bangers that deserve that mention. This is, in my estimation, because I consider the Holy Trilogy, the original Star Wars trilogy, as one film. In terms of like my favorite film, I just say the original trilogy. So for me, Raiders of the Lost Ark is the number 2.
Did we lose you?
Froze. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Can you hear
think
me?
Adam.
My
Oh,
internet
there you
just
go. There you
flipped
go. There you
Yeah.
go. We can hear you now.
This is the number 2 most favorite of my films of all time, after the Holy Trilogy. So S tier for me.
All right.
This is you think of what I think of a perfect film. This is a perfect film, from start to finish. everything about it, the acting, the visual effects, the editing, the music, and obviously the writing and direction. Just from the first scene of Indy in the jungle to the very end there of the guy wheeling the ark into that, what we now later find out is Area 51. Just awesome.
Yeah.
For me, it's also the greatest matte painting of all time. Really, the Area 51 at the end, dude. Like you can't. Like I was blown away when I saw that wasn't real. Like I really thought it was like a storage room.
And to me, that's still one of the great jokes, ironic jokes of a film, where the two military intelligence guys tell Indy, who's studying it, and he goes, "Top men." Who?
Yeah.
Top men. And then you find out it's this guy just spilling it into all the other strange things and military secrets that they have. Just phenomenal.
We have Valkyrie who says Raiders of the Lost Ark is S tier, so got that in there. Vita says, I won't vote. I don't remember anything about it or anything about any other Indiana Jones movies, so sorry. No problem.
Wow.
No problem at all. And Jose, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh man, I kind of got to jump off what Alex was saying in terms of the way that the film is being studied. It's true, especially about expository dialogue. The scene that they have in the classroom, right, where he's explaining things. The two guys are in there, yada yada. You know what I'm talking about. That's a scene that they made us watch in school in terms of expository dialogue and trying to push the narrative forward and doing it in a way that seems natural, doesn't feel forced. Because a lot of things in these films, sometimes expository dialogue is really hard to get across naturally. And I think that that's one of those things that the film does really, really well. So again, in terms of the way that he laid out the film, the story structure, expository dialogue, things like that. I mean, it's just a great film overall. So again, just to jump off what they're saying, I mean, I don't think there's any other place other than the S tier for this film.
Okay. So we got that one there. Thanks so much, guys, for your input.
I'm gonna add something. Like,
okay,
I went to 2 film schools. One in Mexico that was super artsy, very pretentious, and they were always like throwing shit at Spielberg.
Oh wow,
really?
Yeah. Well, when you're in really like artsy, pretentious schools, they're like Spielberg is garbage and nobody should study him. But they showed Raiders of the Lost Ark because they knew that movie was something else. Like it's a masterclass in basing in everything. And then I went to film school again in Canada, which was a commercial school, and like they were focusing only in Hollywood stuff. And it was the same thing. Like it's undeniable the impact that this movie has, or film in general. Like you can like it, you can not like it, but it's something that you have to be objective of the impact the movie made for movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much there, Mr. Alex. Feel the Burn, where did you put this one? Are you referring to, you're talking about Temple of Doom? We're not there yet. We're talking about Raiders, but do you mean Raiders? Or you're talking about the other Indiana Jones movie? But let me know there. Vikings Collectible says Raiders as an A tier only, beaten by Last Crusade for me. So I already included
an
the
A
A
tier.
there. So
Okay.
there you go.
But does he mean A or does he mean S tier? Not thinking that S is the top tier, because
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think he should clarify that.
If you mean,
my friend.
Yeah, I don't know if you mean like A, which is still in this particular tier list. It's A is not the highest. S will be the highest. But let me know.
I mean, he is saying that Last Crusade is better for him.
Well,
so
that is true. So maybe maybe she does mean A as in what he actually means here. Let's see. We are, my dude. We are in sync. That's what I said. So there you go. Great minds. B. Okay, so he means Raiders.
B.
Okay.
Come on, dude. That's ridiculous.
So
I like you,
B.
Robert, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
So
that's not-
B.
Yeah.
Oakland Raiders, asks Valkyrie Magnus. So there you go.
I mean, to be fair, I do recall a lot of people, especially in class, saying that they preferred Temple of Doom over Raiders of the Lost Ark in terms
Sure.
of a storytelling aspect. So, and then some people like I think Vikings was saying that some people prefer The Last Crusade over both of them, which I always found interesting.
I can see. I
surprised
definitely
people
can see
prefer
the
Temple of
argument of liking either Last Crusade or Temple of Doom more than Raiders, but you can't say that Raiders is like not an S or a high A.
Yes.
That's just
That's
it's
just
just a ridiculous
low.
argument. It's not even. It's not. You can't even take that seriously.
Yeah.
You could say one's more
Well-
preferable than the other, but you can't say that's not like a top tier film.
I think that's just a matter of personal taste, but
Sure.
in terms of
Mhm.
film, Raiders is better than the rest. As a film, not personal taste.
Okay, yeah,
Personal
right.
taste is not. Yeah.
Yeah, Robert says, "Hey, it was fine in my eyes." So, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Indiana Jones movies myself. So, there's that.
Wow.
But so you won't be getting my grade unless there's a tie. Then that would be interesting. All right, so I think we're good with this. So Viking says clarified it. Yeah, it means A. So I added that there. Okay, so then we have. So for now, I'll put Raiders of the Lost Ark S tier. It'll still make it there. So it looks like there might be some other ones that may be ahead of it though, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Brick Artemis says, "Look, I could never get into them, but I will say they have to at least be A tier." Says,
Yeah,
Brick.
I think that's fair.
We're all entitled to our own opinion. Yes, correct. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. So that was it for Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'll keep this open for a little bit here. So let's move on to the next one here, guys. Yes, you had something, Adam?
Nah, I'll be quiet.
I
No,
think
don't be quiet.
trouble.
Don't be quiet.
No,
Don't be quiet.
I
don't
think-
be
I
quiet.
would say just responding
No.
to Valkyrie. I agree, Valkyrie. We're all entitled to our own opinion, but some of them are better than others.
It's just like
Wow.
you know
More
what? I
well-informed.
think that people need to learn to be objective with their thought and how they express about art. Because I don't know, like I'm not a huge Terrence Malick fan. Like I
Oh.
find his movies kind of slow for me.
Yeah.
But I respect him as a filmmaker, and I would
Yes.
never say that his movies are shit. I would never dare to say that. And some people go ahead and
Totally
say like,
agree.
"Oh, Star Wars sucks." It doesn't suck, man. Like it's not. It's just not for you. That's a different thing.
Yeah, that's
But-
from,
You
a good
can't
point.
go and say that. Yeah, like they don't suck.
I haven't liked a single Terrence Malick movie, not a single one.
No.
And it's probably for that reason. I just try to stay awake. It's like, what the hell's what?
It happens.
So-
man.
That's fair
It
enough, though.
happens.
So I mean, I know he's well respected even within his peers and stuff like that. He always has nominations and things like that. But I just can't really get into his style when it comes to directing or whatever.
It happens. But he's not bad. That doesn't mean that you don't respect him.
I dropped The Terminal. So this is I actually do kind of like this movie. I know a lot of people did not like this. They'll say, I've heard that it's one of Spielberg's weakest movies, or one of the lower tiered ones or whatever, but I actually like it. I'm not saying it's like S tier or anything like that, but I actually did enjoy this. But what do you guys think? Let's drop it to Jose this time. The Terminal, have you seen it?
I have seen it. Yeah, the one with Tom Hanks doing that accent, and then he stays
Yeah.
at the airport the whole time.
Medicine for the goat.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly. I actually have fun with it. I like it. I wouldn't say it's the greatest film ever, but I actually enjoy it. I do like the story about it. I do know that it's loosely based on a true story. So there was an actual guy that did that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the story has been, Hollywoodized or whatever you want to call it. I would say B, around like B plus, A minus. I put it up there. I mean, I think it's a good film.
Okay, so I'll put a B in there for now, a solid B.
Yeah.
Mr. Jim.
I probably, this was like a one and done film. It's not a film that I feel like I'd need to watch It was well done. I would probably put it at C, I think, for that reason. For myself, I think that would be roughly where I put it. But it was an interesting film, and I think the fact that it was based on a true story, and you see that through some of his films, that he likes to go through history as one of his kind of mediums of interest for his films, and this is kind of one of those films, although not historical per se, factual. But I put it around the C realm.
All right.
Good film, charming, but not much beyond that for me.
All right, so we got a C there from Mr. Jim for The Terminal, the Tom Hanks film. Adam.
Yeah, I agree with Jim on this. And this might be the only Spielberg film on the list that might get this low grade of a C. I would give it a C. Just I thought it was his weakest effort of all 34 films, which is a testament to what a genius director he is.
Really? You think it's his worst film?
We got to go through some more, but off the top of my head, yes.
We'll see.
I can think of one.
There might be one or two others that might get the C as well, but I think I'd say, oh no, yeah, there's one that just reminded me.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, think long and hard, my friend.
Yeah, yes. It might involve a character.
Not even that long and hard.
It's there already.
I give it a C.
Vita says Terminal is a C. All right, agreed. All right, C. Okay. Alex Montano.
I give it a C. By no means is a bad movie, but it's like you guys are saying, it's not up there. But it's a fun, entertaining movie, and what I appreciate the most about it is that it proves once again that he is a director that can do many different things. He doesn't just go for one genre. He can do whatever he wants, and he proved it with this movie. Pretty decent, entertaining movie.
That is one of the few directors, and that's part of the reason why I consider him the best, because he can direct, he can make any film from any type of genre, and he challenges himself when he chooses, his projects, right? From when he was starting off, and then later on when he had more ability to, choose his projects, right? Because he got like so popular and successful that he was able to do that. But he doesn't stick to the same type of film genre or whatever the case. He's done drama, he's done comedies. Most recently he did a musical with the remake of West Side Story, which is something he hasn't done before. So I think that's pretty cool. A lot of sci-fi drama stuff. So I think I got all the grades here from the panel. Brick, did I get Brick? Brick says C for Terminal, and then also a C from S Beam. So yeah, so a lot of you guys, most of you guys didn't really care too much for this movie, so I guess it'll be a C. So it'll remain open for a little bit, but Terminal, it's gonna be a C. Leave that in the middle there. All right, so let's see here. And then guys, if you're a channel member, looking at the top fans, if you have the number in the live chat, if you're a channel member, if you're number one by the end of the stream for the Met Report is 25 credits for your characters. So for the ones who know, if you're a channel member, you know what I'm talking about. Your characters have credits that you guys get. So at the end of the stream here today, if you're number one, 25 credits. And right now we have Valkyrie Magnus number one, Jim Collector number two, Brick Artemis number three. All right, so let's go back here and let's do the next one here. So let's see what we got. Let's throw in The Color Purple, 1985, starring Whoopi Goldberg. Different type of movie, for sure, than some of the other ones that we have seen. So let's start with Mr. Jim Collector.
Sorry, which film is this? I was replying to comment.
The Color Purple.
With Whoopi Goldberg.
I have not seen this film. If
Oh,
I'm
you
being
haven't?
completely honest, this might be
Oh,
the first
okay.
one I have to skip. Yeah,
Okay,
it
no
was
problem.
on my
no problem.
list of films to catch up on before the stream, and I never got round to this one.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
watch it. You need to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard good
Um,
things.
Yeah.
So since you didn't watch it, Jim, I'll step in. I'll
Ooh.
say it's an A. I'll say it's an A. So I'll do that there.
An A because.
What happened?
Come on, Gio, give us your opinion. An A, why?
Because it was well crafted. The acting is amazing. Got Whoopi Goldberg her first Oscar nomination for leading actress. I always mix these up. Danny or Donald Glover. Donald Glover. He was.
I was
I'm
gonna
sorry,
say
Danny
Glover.
Glover. Danny Glover. So he was in this, and he's like terrifying in this movie. And I was like, oh shit! I did not even think that he could be this way. It's just a
You didn't
great,
watch Predator 2?
Actually, it's been so long since I've seen that, but I wouldn't say that it's kind of like that though. But
I know, I'm teasing you.
it's a great film. Just overall, the story, just the whole thing. It's a really long movie too. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it kind of like flies by. So that's a testament to the pacing that Spielberg was able to do here. And like I said, it's completely different than other Spielberg movies. So definitely high up there. Jose,
Yeah.
Color Purple.
So I like this movie. I saw it a little young. Actually, I remember renting it. We went to the video store. We rented it. My mom put it on, and we didn't know the nature of the film. You know what I mean? So we kind of just put it on. We were watching it as a family, right? And we're watching this movie, and then it gets to some of those scenes that if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? And my mom was like, we're going to have to put pause on this film. We're going to watch this at another time. So that's what I remember about it the most, to be honest. I mean, I later revisited it. I think on cable years later, I saw it on cable. And I think I've seen it a couple times since. So yeah, I think I'd go up there. I think it's a well-crafted film. I think it's up there in terms of one of his better films. So I would say A. I wouldn't say it's S tier personally. But the acting is amazing, especially Whoopi Goldberg and Mr. Glover as well. So I think those performances, the story, I think it puts it up there. I think an A tier.
Okay, A tier. My cousin Billy Goat Chevel says Daddy Glover. So there you go. Thank you, Chevel, for joining us here in the live chat. Robert says a definite S tier. So that's
there we go.
Robert, there you go. S tier for Mr. Feel the Burn. Alex.
I really like this movie. It's messed up, but it has a lot of hope in it. And that's something that's like a recurrent subject on his filmography. Like there's always hope in the darkest moments of life. And I find it to be like a really nice movie at the end of the day. It's the first time that he stopped working with John Williams and used Quincy Jones to do the soundtrack. So that's something important about this movie. And yeah, I'd say this is an A tier. Yeah.
Right.
Really like it, but don't love it. And I think I've only seen it 2 or 3 times at most.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jose, you said A, right?
That's correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Adam.
Yeah, I agree with the consensus here. This is an A tier movie for me, and much like Alex, I've seen this. I think I've seen it twice. Not something I feel like I needed to see more than that. But to me, this is a stepping stone movie that Spielberg needed to do this, and also Empire of the Sun. It was around the same mid to late 80s era, kind of transitioning to from his action and genre films, which he continued to do, throughout his career, but into more serious fare. And you wouldn't have Schindler's List, you wouldn't have Saving Private Ryan if he didn't do this film, and some other films that are later in his career as well, like Lincoln, which I think is an extraordinary film, which we'll be talking about. So for me, this is an A tier.
All right, it's got an A from Mr. 1 Adam 12. Let's see. Feel the Burn says soundtrack was banging. He says so. There you go. Let's see. So I'm gonna put this as A for now. So Color Purple. Moving that up to an A. So that's where we're at right now. Okay. I'm gonna move on to. I don't think I've seen this movie, but when I was looking things up, I believe this is a comedy. 1941.
Made in 1917.
1941.
1941, and from what I remember reading, I guess it wasn't received that well, but
it was a complete flop.
Yeah.
yeah. So, has all of you guys seen this, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen all of his movies.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to.
Have you?
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So there you go. So,
Same.
So Alex,
I think Adam and I have a slight obsession with him.
so what are your thoughts? What would you rank? What would be your list, your tier list here? Or
Like,
yeah.
This is an example again of Spielberg trying something different. It's not great by any means. It feels like he's trying too hard to do something great, but I would say it's a C. I don't think it's that. Like, people keep saying that it's one of his worst film ever, but I don't think it is. It's just it's not him. It feels like he's trying too hard. So I would give it a C.
Oh, okay.
But watch it. It's worth watching. It's worth spending just 2 hours of your time and seeing Spielberg trying a comedy.
Okay. And then Adam, you said you've seen it, right?
I've seen it. I would, I forgot, when I initially said Terminal was a C, I forgot some, I would put this in the C category. I put it higher than the Terminal though. To me, this is like the first of Spielberg's obsession with, and I'll say it in a negative way, not to say obsession, because obsession sounds kind of bad. His focus on World War II era.
Oh yeah.
And so many of his films are set in that era, or at least partially set in that era. So to me, and that's because his dad was World War II veteran, and there's a lot of reasons for that with dealing with his family. So to me, this is kind of falls on its face a bit, but had John Belushi, who obviously was huge post Saturday Night Live, and before his death. This it was an interesting experiment on his part. Wasn't very successful, but it wasn't terrible. So I'd give it a C.
Dan Aykroyd was in this too, wasn't he?
Yep.
Isn't he the other? Okay.
Yeah.
Jose, have you seen this?
I have not. You'll have to skip me on this one.
You guys need to watch it. It's very interesting. You might not like it, but it's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I'm up to checking it out, even if I don't like it at least once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least you watched it. That's the best part of watching things.
Yeah, there's a few Spielberg movies I have not seen actually. More of the older ones. But this one was definitely one that I completely forgot that he even made. So I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this movie. So right now we only have 2 grades. The live chat is not adding anything. I'm assuming they haven't seen this movie either. So
I don't even know.
so
It's a deep cut.
So I'll leave it there for now. It'll probably be like a D, just because we don't have that many grades, right? But so I'll move it down to a D for now, and then we'll keep it open for a bit. If you haven't voted for Raiders of the Lost Ark or Terminal, go ahead and do that if you want to influence the grade, because it's about to be closed. All right, so let's go ahead and do Hook, dropping that in the middle. Robin Williams, and what is the actor's name? I can't remember his name now. Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman. There you go.
Hoffman.
Julia
Yeah.
Roberts.
Dustin
You said
Hoffman.
actress.
And Julia Roberts is in this as
Maggie Smith.
He is Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
Yeah. So Jose, Hook.
What's up?
Ooh, you want me to go first?
Yes.
Oh man. Okay. So I saw Hook later in life. I didn't see it as a kid. So I like it a lot. No, where would I put it though? because he has so many good films, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to instantly be like, well, everything he does is amazing, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough, you know? I mean, I don't care. I mean, I'm gonna put it up there. I'm gonna go A. I really like it. So,
Okay.
you know.
So we got an A from Mr. Jose Plus for Hook. So he was.
That's why we're friends.
Mr. Jim, have you seen Hook?
I have. It's one of my favorite films from childhood. To be honest, I was rewatching this the other day on the lead up to this, and I forgot how much I enjoyed this film. So much nostalgia. I mean, you've got Robin Williams in it for like a starter, classic. You've got so many great actors in it, like Dustin Hoffman, Julia Roberts, Maggie Smith. There's Glenn Close in it as well. It's just and it's just a really good sequel to kind of the Peter Pan story from what we get taught as kids, right? So I really like this film. My heart says S tier, but I think it probably is just because he's got so many good films. I might go with Jose and put it A tier, but I am a bit torn because I do want to give it S tier because there's so much I like about this film.
Okay.
Sorry, if my heart's saying S tier, I feel like
just go for it.
This is an art form. I'm going to go S tier. Yeah, because I absolutely glaze all over this film. I think it's fantastic. And honestly, Dustin Hoffman blows my mind every time I watch this film. His performance as Hook is just insanely
phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Jim. Fielder Burns says A for Hook. Brick S for Hook means so much to me, and I could talk about this movie all day.
Yes, Brick.
Valkyrie says Hook is a B for me, maybe because I was older when I saw it.
I think that's the issue with me too.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that being a factor, to be honest.
All right, so we got a B from Valkyrie Magnus. Mr. Alex Montano.
I give it an A. Like, this movie is incredibly meaningful for me. I remember that I was in your figure talk show, and I Hook and Peter Pan as my fantasy figures a while back.
Oh yeah,
that'd be such a good figure as well.
Yeah. I love this movie. It's like, it's funny because the more I think about Spielberg movies, they're very personal to me in many ways. And that movie, like, I was 3 years old when it came out. I was like, for me, it was like watching a dream. Like, I didn't understand that it was a movie. For me, it was like reality, like watching Peter Pan fly. Like the way people talk about watching Christopher Reeve fly for the first time in 78. That's how I felt when I watched Hook. It was very dreamy and meaningful to me as a kid. And I remember growing up and started hearing people saying that it's not that great of a film, that it has many flaws. And actually, it's funny for me because the more I grew, the more meaning I found in it. And I found that, like, when we grow up, it's like we need to forget what it is to be young. And we collectors, like, we never forget that part of what it is to be a kid. And this movie has that subject so deep into it. And it's, I don't know, like, it's the more I grow, the more I like it. It's a very nice movie. The score is great. The acting, like Dustin Hoffman, is fantastic in it. I love this movie. It's an A for me. I would never put it it's on top of his filmography, but my heart is an A. Yeah.
Okay, so we're got an A from Mr. Alex Montano and Adam.
Yeah, this is a movie I wish came out. This came out in December of 1991, so I was a freshman in college, and I remember, after break going to see it with my dad. My dad really liked it, and it didn't hit as hard for me as I wished it did if it came out a few years earlier, when I was a little bit younger, because at that time, that was the year that Terminator 2 came out, and I wanted more. I really wanted more Indiana Jones, so I wanted the action Spielberg. Obviously, Spielberg didn't do Terminator 2, but I wanted, kick-ass, not what we got in Hook, which is a beautiful story. But I also wanted a Robin Williams who was like edgier, like some of his stand-up routine at that time, and he wasn't edgy enough for me in this movie. I think there was a lot of media hatred for this movie when it came out, and part of it was there was some behind-the-scenes stuff that I guess Julia Roberts was a little difficult on the set, and I
heard about that.
That kind of got into the media at the time.
Wow.
And I think there was some Spielberg backlash in that era, that he recalibrated 2 years later when Jurassic Park and Schindler's List came out. So at this time, I think he was dealing with some of that. And I bought into a little bit of that, reading some of the coverage. Having seen that since with Emily, I've appreciated it a bit more. So for me, it's an A. I am curious if I was younger and this came out, if this would be an S tier for me, getting that little extra nostalgia. But it's an A for me.
Okay.
I heard about that, about how, like, I don't know which video I was watching, but it was a cast member or somebody on the crew was saying that Julia Roberts in full Tinkerbell outfit was yelling at someone and like at the top of her lungs yelling at somebody and telling them, "You're fired, get the hell off the set," or whatever's, and that Dustin Hoffman saw the same person and then was like, no, don't listen, you're not fired, we need you. But like apparently she was trying to like
at that point as well.
There's I want to send it to you. There's like a 45-minute YouTube video about like how she was misbehaving on set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She was like, apparently she was a nightmare.
And that was
the height of her, it's post Pretty Woman. And,
that's what I was gonna say.
Of her stardom. She was a superstar at that point.
I think she had just got nominated for.
And Spielberg didn't take shit from her, so
so I was like, no.
Yeah.
Feel the burn, Mr. Robert. He says the little fat kid reminded me of me when I was a preteen. So there you go. Let's see. So I got everyone's grades here, right? So
that score is amazing. The Hook score. That's
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna move Hook to A. It's going to be behind Color Purple for now.
Okay.
So that's where we're at right now. Closing Raiders of the Lost Ark. Those polls are closed. And Terminal. All right. So we got that. Next one I'm going to do is Catch Me If You Can. Dropping that in the middle. Let's start with Mr. 1 Adam 12.
I love this movie. I think this is one of Spielberg's great latter career series. It is based on a real guy who was did counterfeit money and was on the run for a few years. Frank Abagnale Jr. I think his name was, in fantastic performances by Tom Hanks, and Leonardo DiCaprio, plus some great supporting performances. Amy Adams is in it. Martin Sheen, Christopher Walken, who plays
Walken was cool.
Just he's always phenomenal, and he's so good as Leonardo DiCaprio's father. Just a marvelous movie. A fantastic score by John Williams. It's like a jazzy score, just awesome. To me, this is an S tier, a lower S tier, compared to some of his other films. But I love this movie.
Mr. Jim.
I quite like this film. So actually, I didn't see this film until much later. It was when I was in university, and I was in my editing course, and they used this as an example of how they would use animation in intros and stuff like that. And we had to essentially kind of create our own thing back there. But this was the big influence from our tutor at the time, and that's what got me to kind of go in and watch this film. And I really enjoyed this film. I think it doesn't have the nostalgic impact to me, but I think despite that, and sometimes with the older films you kind of get that, if you see it a bit late you find it's harder to get into. I didn't have that issue with this film at all. I still found this to be a really fun watch, so I would put this at A tier. I think it's justified at that area. I thought it was a great film.
All right, so got an A from Jim, and then I'm sorry, Adam, was it S or A?
S tier for me.
S tier, okay. All right, so Jose.
Oh man, So I like this one too, but I've only seen it maybe once or twice. I haven't seen it in a long time. I think it's great. I'm gonna put it up there as well as one of his better films. I do think performances, specifically Leonardo DiCaprio's, his performance is very, very. I don't know how to explain it, but it just fits naturally with everything that he's doing with his scheming, and it just works well, right? Like I feel like it's just that part suited him so well at that time, and you know what I mean. I'm gonna go S tier on this one.
Okay, S tier.
Yeah.
All right, got an S tier there, and Mr. Alex Montano.
For me, it's A tier. I love this movie. I can't put it up there, but I think from the 2000 to 2005, I think it's probably his best movie. Then when it came in, that one is a really good movie. But from the 2000 to 2005, I felt that he was in a really weird spot. I don't want to talk about the other movies, but this one for me was like, wow. Just wow. He did something completely unexpected. Like it felt fresh, different. It was just so like you expect something from a Spielberg movie, and this didn't feel like just a regular Spielberg movie. It was something else. The music, like Adam was saying, the performance from Leo, like everything, it has a different vibe, and that's something that I really appreciate. The cinematography is amazing. Like Janusz Kaminski, for me, it kind of got stuck in a style, and on this one, it feels completely different. Like he stopped using the bleach bypass and all those techniques that he was using in Minority Report and AI. Like this one does feel like a movie shot in the 60s, and that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, I really like this movie. It didn't quite feel like a Spielberg movie, but it was still great. So I still really liked it, and I like. I remember because I saw it in the theater. This came out like on Christmas Day in 2002. So I remember watching it in the theater, and I think the biggest laugh was when Frank Jr. Pretended to be a substitute teacher, and then they found out the staff, the principal and all that stuff. They found out, and they're having a parent meeting with him, and I remember they're like, he was having like we call it a teacher parents meeting with the students and stuff like that. He was like really into portraying that character as a substitute teacher. He was doing like those meetings and shit, and I thought it was hilarious. And then Christopher Walken's character, they like looked at each other and they started like laughing, and I thought that was kind of funny. I remember that scene. That was pretty cool.
My favorite part was he's pretending to be an internist at an ER at a hospital, and he's watching like some Marcus Welby or some medical TV show, and they talk about do you concur, doctor? So he's like napping in one of the rooms, and they wake him up. There's some emergency, and the two medical students there are asking him about this, and he goes, well, he makes something up, and he says, do you concur? And they're looking at him, do you concur? And when he leaves, the two medical students, what didn't I say? I concur.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot of good scenes in that movie. Yes. Brick says C. Oh, he's giving it a C. For Ken.
What?
Yeah.
That's kind of low, man.
That's low, dude.
Pretty low.
That is pretty low. But Vita says, catch me if you can. B. So I got that. B from Vita. And Mr. S. Beam says, catch me if you can is an A. So we got an A there. Okay. Let's see. So the grades are kind of like all over the place this time here. So a couple of S's, a few A's, one C, B there. I think it's gonna be like a B plus, maybe around there.
Okay.
So like a B plus. If we get another grade, it could easily move up to the A tier list, but or the A tier. Brick is saying sorry here.
You should be. Not just kidding.
No need to say sorry there, Brick. So those are your thoughts and feelings. So there you go. Well, you're wrong, but thank you.
Wrong.
Valkyrie says, when I was a kid,
okay,
I
to feel that
flew
way,
on
but you're in.
Right. When I was a kid, I flew on Pan Am a lot, so I had to give it an A. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
there you go.
It's a fun movie.
It is. All right, next one, guys. Let me do one that I have not seen. Sugarland Express. I actually have not seen this with what's her name? Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn.
I think this is a second film, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And the actor who played Peckerhead there from Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. I
The
don't know. I
EPA
don't know
inspector.
Oh, okay. I don't know
What's
the
his
actor's name. I don't know
What's
the
his
actor's name, but
I don't remember the actor's name.
No, the character's
Yeah.
name.
Oh, he was the EPA inspector. This man has no dick. That guy.
oh, okay.
Oh, I thought I misunderstood what you said. I was fair enough.
Adam, so you've seen this, right?
Yeah, I this was his second film before Jaws. It was Duel was his first one, which was like a TV movie, but they ended up releasing it in theaters, and then this film, and then Jaws. It's a good picture, and I would give it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I've seen it once. I would give it a B. I mean, to me, this is the film that got him the job for doing Jaws. So I think,
Okay.
it's they're on the run. There's some great cinematography in it, as I recall. I'm hoping Alex remembers it better than I do, but I would give it a B.
Okay. So with that, Mr. Alex.
I've seen this movie 3 times, and one was like 4 months ago. I saw that it was in now HBO Max.
Oh,
I saw it there and had was like I need to watch it again. It's been a while. It's funny because when you watch the first Spielberg movies, both take place in cars, and it's kind of like if you didn't know the guy, like, is this guy obsessed with cars or what's going on?
oh, huh.
But because it's a chase and all that stuff, but
Duel.
it's Duel for me. Duel is amazing, man. Like that movie. Like if you want to talk about like a great first movie of a director, that one is. Like, you can tell what the guy's capable of. Like it's a great way to see like this guy has talent. Sugarland Express, I think it's the same, but I don't know. I found it's a good movie, but it doesn't have that like magic that Duel had. Like it feels that he's trying a little to show what he's capable of. He was very young too, and when we start making movies at a young age, we try to do that a lot to impress. But it's like I can't. There are very few directors who I can think of that can pull off a movie like that when they're that young, and it's good. I would give it a B. I would give it a B.
A B. Okay, another B.
Yeah.
All right. Jose, have you seen this?
No, you'll have to skip me on this one. I haven't seen
Okay.
this one.
Jim?
Same for me. I haven't seen this one either.
Okay.
I really want to watch Duel though. I
Duel,
found out about that film
Duel.
recently, and I really want to watch that. I heard
Dude,
good
that
things.
movie, the tension
Yeah.
that it builds, like you're in the car most of the time. And I swear, like the editing for being someone that young and understanding how to build tension, it's unbelievable. It's such a good
I heard
movie.
it. Didn't it? It was a TV movie at first, right? And didn't
Yes.
it kind of set
Correct.
precedent of what all TV movies could kind of be of like a level to like achieve?
Yeah.
I think it was released theatrically in Europe, if I'm not mistaken, but it wasn't. I don't think it was released theatrically here initially.
They released it in theaters after because it was very successful and it had a really short theatrical run after.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. I'm checking.
Right. So that was you guys were talking about Duel, but the one right now, the Sugarland Express. So we got 2 grades, B and B. It looks like it might be a situation kind of like 1941. You know, the older Spielberg movies.
It's a deep cut.
A lot of us haven't seen those. So we'll
Watch
leave that for
both.
now. What was that?
You need to watch both. Like it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
impressive. It's
Oh yeah. So I'll drop it as a C right now. So that's where it's at the moment.
Since we just talked about it, do we want to just do duel? Because it sounds like only Alex and I have seen it.
Actually, yeah, let's just do that. So let's do duo next.
shout.
So go ahead, Adam.
I'd give it an A for that because it's. I mean, really, for all the reasons, I just want to echo what Alex just said. It's like amazing, the tension in that with Dennis Weaver, who is the star of it, who's driving the car and that truck stalking him. It's kind of a terrifying film, actually.
These.
And then
So
Alex.
A
Okay,
for
good.
me on that.
A. Okay, so I got an A from you. Alex.
A for me too. And really, like anyone in the chat, if you want to know like how this guy got started into what he is today, watch that movie. Like it's such a good movie, man. Like there are so many things that you can learn from it. So many things. Like if you want to make films, watch it. You're gonna learn something. If you want to be an editor, that movie is perfect to learn how to edit like really stressful moments. So yeah.
I mean, I think the stress that and the tension that he built in Jaws and in Jurassic Park, when the T-Rex or the Velociraptors, he first pioneered in Duel.
Yeah, and actually, one thing, there's a shot when the truck is chasing him. You can see it in the mirror, and it's pretty much the same shot as when the T-Rex is chasing them down.
Oh,
the Jeep.
okay,
So,
okay. Nice.
yeah, there are many callbacks like that. So, yeah.
That's cool. I think I've seen Duel, but if I did, it was so really long time ago because I don't remember. And let's see. So, Jim, you haven't seen it, right? And Jose?
That's
No?
correct.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Brick says Duel is B, very solid first film. So, got that. Valkyrie, I haven't seen this either. I'll abstain on my vote for this. All right, so there you go. So
This is like one of the best first films of any director. Like, I don't know, when I watched Following, the first film of Christopher Nolan, I couldn't really see the director that we have right now. But with Duel, you can see that. Like it's there. Like it just needs a little push. It's there.
okay.
Yeah.
I saw that I think this came out on 4K, and they're kind of promoting the cover, the front cover of the 4K as Steven Spielberg's first film. To let you know that's his very first movie. So that's Duel. So I had to lower it just one tier less because there's only 2 votes. So we got so it'll be where it's at right now, at B. B for now. I am closing The Color Purple and 1941. Those votes, the polls of those are closed. Okay, so if you want to vote for Hook and you haven't done so, Catch Me If You Can, Sugarland Express, and Duel, then you can still do so. All right, guys. So let's do the next one here. Let's drop in E.T. E.T. Extraterrestrial, dropping that in the middle. So let's start with Mr. Jim Collector.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think it's definitely worthy of that. I could see a lot of people putting it in S tier. For me, I never resonated with it much, and I haven't watched it past childhood. So my memory of it is based on that. There's probably something that I should look to do again. I did it with Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which I didn't like initially when I saw as a child. Now I really do. So that's something that changed with age. So it's probably a film I should go back and revisit. But a lot of my memories of Spielberg's films are relating back to my younger years. And this is one of the ones I saw then, and it just never stuck with me as much. But I remember vividly how big a film this was to everyone around me. Just when I watched it, I was a bit like, I don't know, I didn't resonate with it. But there is a lot of wins for this film. Obviously, just the animatronics of E.T. itself being a huge part of that. But And to be fair, the flying bicycle scene, I mean, that's pretty much iconic, right? But for me, I'm going to put it A tier. Just for me, it never stuck with me that much. If I do watch it again in adulthood, maybe that will change. We'll see. But I'd be interested to hear what the rest of you guys have to say on this one.
We have Brick. He says, I'm sorry, E.T. is S, says Mr. Brick, so I included that. Fear the Burns says A for E.T. Okay, and Valkyrie says E.T. as a kid would be an S based on my memories. Okay, there you go.
All right.
Viking Collectibles says agreed, Jim. A for E.T. All right. Getting a lot more grades here, so there you go. S-Beam A for E.T. So adding that as well. Okay. And then S-Beam, I mean, if you want a great color purple, just go ahead and drop it in there. I'll include it there, but then we'll close it. Vita says never seen it from the beginning to the end. Really? Okay.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Vita. There you go. I always feel like you learn some new information on these tier list streams, Jim. About
No
Vita.
excuse to rewatch it now, though. So perfect.
There you go. Perfect. Jose, E.T.
Man, I'm gonna go nostalgia on this one, man. It's one of those films that I remember they would pull out the little rolling TV in the class, and then they would put it on VHS for us to watch in elementary school, man. So I remember watching that. I don't know, man. I just remember being captivated, especially when you see that bike flying. You know what I mean? It's just like amazing. And it felt real. You know what I mean? Like, especially like then all the homages you see now. I mean, Stranger Things is, you know, if you watch that first season, especially the first couple episodes, you see the direct influence that E.T. had on that film. So, I mean, I'm gonna go S tier on this one, man.
All right, S tier. You said S, right? S.
That's correct. Yeah.
All right, S tier. All right. Makes me want some Reese's Pieces now.
Reese's Pieces, yeah.
I'll have some later on. Mr. Alex.
You know the story before we get to Alex's? I think Alex's power went out. He was mentioning it right now.
Okay.
The story of the Reese's Pieces, how it was supposed to be another candy or something. Was it M&M's, Adam? Do you know?
Yes, correct.
I think it was M&M's, and then like M&M's said no. So then they ended up going for Reese's Pieces, and then Reese's Pieces like skyrocketed because of the movie.
Oh,
big mistake.
Yeah.
That's weird. Let's see here. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Yeah. So when Alex comes back, we'll bring him on here. Adam. E.T.
Look at that.
Oh,
There it is.
T. S.
I was going to ask, does his finger light up?
No, it's just a resin statue I got in Sideshow.
Ah, that's cool. That's cool.
Very cool.
nice.
Yeah.
So, to me, this is another perfect film. It is, with Wizard of Oz, along with Wizard of Oz, the greatest children's film of all time, along with Wizard of Oz. From start to finish, it's a beautifully written, beautifully acted, beautifully directed, beautifully composed film. And what Spielberg showed in this film, and he's done throughout his career, he is perhaps the greatest or one of the greatest directors of children. You can see it in Close Encounters as well, and in Jaws. But he's able to just get these wonderful performances out of child actors. And, you know, too often, I think, over the years, we've continued to see TV shows and movies that have child actors, and it doesn't feel real. And to me, it can be unwatchable. Not E.T. He just got these performances that he was able to get out of Henry Thomas and the actors who played
the son as well.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore and some of the other kids, just amazing. Even though spoiler alert, that 3/4 of the way through the film, E.T. dies and then comes back. You know, I remember first seeing that and the emotion I felt. I was 8 years old or something, 7 years old. But to this day, I still see that scene, and you know, it gets me. And when they're about to go up in space, and just kudos again to John Williams, his Steven Spielberg's partner, the music and the imagery of the children looking up at ET as the ship goes off, and the rainbow. It's just poetry. And of course, you know, I think Jim Collector said it, the iconic scene of the bicycle going over the moon. There's nothing like it to me. I think it's not my favorite Spielberg film, but I just can't see how this has got to be S tier. It's one of the greatest movies ever made, and I think it's unarguable. S tier.
All right, S tier from Mr. Adam. All right. S Beam says 1982 was a great year of cinema all around.
100%.
It was Blade Runner and what was another one?
Blade Runner, Wrath of Khan, Conan the Barbarian. Yes, one banger after another. The Thing.
That's right. Wasn't there like it was like a whole summer of all those? I think they came out during the summer.
You had the same weekend or same week. You had E.T. directed by Spielberg, and then you have Poltergeist produced by Spielberg and actually kind of secretly directed by him because Toby Hooper, I don't know, there's some issue there, and Spielberg stepped in to direct at least a good portion of the film.
It's not
uncredited
in here, right? So that's why I didn't include it here. But yeah, I did hear that it's he directed a big chunk of Poltergeist. But I remember seeing a picture somewhere on social media where they had like you know, the movie theaters where they display all these other movies that are being played here, and you see all those top films 1982 that are coming out at the same time and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's see. I think we might have Alex. Let's see if we can. I don't know if you can hear us, Alex. It's loading here. I'm not sure what's happening there, but okay. So so a lot of you guys here in the live chat, a lot of you voted, so it's a pretty high grade there. Brick says one of my fantasy figures was E.T. Yeah, so that
it was.
Yeah,
very cool. Was it a 2-pack?
I think it was with the bike and Elliot, right?
Perfect. Yeah, that would be perfect. I don't know.
That was.
I don't know why someone hasn't done something like that.
Yeah.
I can see In-Art doing that.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
Or Cosmic Plastic, maybe.
Cosmic Plastic is the one I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, the Universal license, right?
Yeah.
All right. So whenever we get Alex, I'll get his grade if he's able to come back on here. But so far, based on the grades, it's going to be S. It might be lower S, but it'll make it there. So, all right. So, all right. Oh, there's only two. There's only two in the S tier.
That's surprising.
I am. Yeah. Maybe.
We need Alex here. Come on, Alex.
Maybe I'm just choosing some different movies in there. So what I'm doing, guys, with this particular part one, I'm only doing like half, so like around 17 titles or so. So, and then for part two, whenever that is, hopefully it's not another 9 months. We'll do the other 17. So just so you have an idea, like how long this stream is going to run. So we have 9 in there. So I'm going to do around 17 of them.
Nice.
Okay, the next one, let's do the BFG, which I hated, but I'm dropping that in the middle. The BFG, have any of you guys not seen this movie?
So I haven't seen it. I've read the book. As a kid, I read a lot of the Roald Dahl books, and I read the BFG, and I remember really liking the book. And I saw the film adaptation, and I saw it was Spielberg, but I never got around to it, unfortunately. I was looking it up, and I saw it was on Disney Plus, and I was gonna watch it this week, and I ended up not. I was watching West Side Story instead, so I was watching that, which which took me a while to watch because I'm not a musical person. But I was like, I should give this a chance.
I actually
never
did like
seen
West Side Story. I actually did like that. But
Actually, I was, you know, I mean, I was like, hey, okay. I mean, I didn't want to turn it off instantly. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, just, you know, so.
okay. Alex, can you hear us?
Hey.
Stupid internet. And
Oh, there you go. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm back.
So let's go back to ET. Alex, what would you rank it? What would you grade it?
S tier.
All right, S tier. All right, so we'll add that. Should ET be ahead of Raiders of the Lost Ark?
No.
Okay. All right, so there you go. So now we're at the.
I think
That was
people-
fast.
I know.
Yeah, no, I know it means a lot to a lot of people. I think it's one of his best films, but it's not better than Raiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm closing the polls for Hook, Catch Me If You Can, and Sugarland Express. So Duel, ET are still open, and the BFG. Alex, what do you think?
Dude, I was going to work in that movie.
Oh, really?
It was shot in Vancouver,
Wow.
and I was a member of IATSE, and I wanted them to send me to that movie, and the assholes didn't. Maybe
Oh.
because they knew I was a Spielberg fan. They didn't. It was very frustrating and sad. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was in the same city as my hero, and they didn't send me there. Instead, they sent me to shoot The Flash.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that CW show. It was awful. Yeah.
Oh,
Not
the
a
show,
good thing.
okay.
Yeah, not the movie. Yeah. This was
Okay.
2014, 15. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Alex, what do you
It was
do?
very sad. Huh?
What do you do? You work in the film industry? What do you do?
I was a cinematographer, but back then I was working as a gaffer.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a
wow.
gaffer in IATSE. Yeah. Yeah, independently, I was doing like work as a cinematographer, but in IATSE, I was working as a gaffer in Lamp Up. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but I tried to work there and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It was very, very sad. But
Yeah,
I'm glad,
there
I'm
was,
glad because I would have done something stupid probably. Probably would have tried to hunt down Spielberg or-
Stalking
Yeah.
Spielberg and shit. So-
Yeah. Yeah, and actually a year before that, he was going to shoot Ready Player One
Oh,
in Vancouver.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and some stuff happened and it got pushed back for a few years.
Mm.
And I also tried to get in that, and someone in IATSE told me it's gonna be shot in Montreal. So go there. We can get your paperwork. And I was gonna move to Montreal to work on that movie. I was getting like I was an idiot.
Wait, so what part of Canada? Alex, you're in Canada?
No. I
You
was
were
in
Canada
Vancouver.
before?
Yeah, I lived in Vancouver for a few years. Yeah.
Ah. Pero ahorita, ¿dónde estás?
In Colombia. My wife is from here and we moved here a few years ago. Yeah.
Oh.
Medellin. Yeah.
Oh, Medellin.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Medellin.
Yeah, we moved here a few years back. Yeah. Yeah, but I lived in Vancouver, Mexico, where I'm from, Mexico City, and now here. Yeah.
Wow.
Distrito Federal. So Alex, what would you give the BFG?
I don't like that movie, but it's not terrible either. It's a C.
A C.
It's a C. Like honestly, the only memories I have from that movie is me trying to work there.
All right. So,
Yeah.
this is. I think this is the only movie that I stopped watching.
Oh, wow.
So, no. Yeah, I would say that's the worst Spielberg movie for me. Go ahead.
I didn't like it. Like I said, my memories are just me trying to get there, and it didn't happen, and it sucked. Yeah.
Let's see. Mr. Jim, have you seen the BFG?
I have seen it. I didn't love it. I mean, I was a big fan of the last animated movie of it that came out. I really liked that one. So I think the comparisons were inevitable in terms of how I would feel watching this film. And being older at that point, it didn't hit the same. I remember being distracted by my phone at the time as well. And I never think that's not a good sign, is it, really, of a film? So I would probably actually agree and put this in a C. It's not the worst film I've ever seen, but I think a C is probably roughly what it merits. It didn't have I don't know. It didn't have the magic that I was hoping it would have. Something in there was missing.
You would think it
Very
would, right?
forgettable.
Yeah.
Considering the type of movie it was and all that stuff, but no.
And the director, yeah.
And right, exactly, Spielberg. We have Brick. Brick, I think he's saying B for the BFG. Let me know if I'm
Fair
wrong
enough.
about that, but I think he said B.
Wow.
Vita says it's a B.
E.
Viking Collectibles is a C. Okay, so got a C there. Got all those. Mr. Adam.
I would give it a C. I know Emily liked it. We saw it in the theater, but it seemed to be missing some of the magic of that I was expecting it would be in it. To me, again, not his worst film, but it's a C, average film for me.
Okay. So I got that C in there. TJ Mike, aka King Churro, dropping by here, a channel member. Hello, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mike, for joining us. And if you wanna,
Hello, Mike.
if you want to vote, influence the tier list here of the Spielberg films, drop in a grade in there in the live chat. So thank you so much there. And this is the BFG. That's the one that we're talking about right now. So I'm gonna put the BFG in a C, like a C minus around there. So it's towards the end there. So that's where the BFG will be for now. And I'm closing Duel for the voting there. So Duel has been closed. Okay, so let's see. The next one, let's drop Bridge of Spies with Tom Hanks. Dropping that in the middle. Let's start with Mr. 1 Adam 12.
I enjoyed this film. This is one of his this kind of infatuation with history from the second half of the 20th century. I thought it was a good performance by Tom Hanks. I would give this an interesting story about the U-2 spy plane program and that pilot who was down by the Russians. I'd give this a B. The
Okay.
solid political espionage thriller and historical film.
Okay.
Which I'm a fan of.
Mr. Jim, have you seen this film?
I have. Yes, I actually agree with Adam on this. It's a good film. It does what it needs to do, but it doesn't really go beyond that. So I think B is pretty much a fair grade. Tom Hanks was very good on it. The bridge scene specifically was really good. But it's a one and done film. I've seen it once a few years ago, and I haven't felt the need to watch it again. So I don't think I can rate it higher. So I think B is a good place for it.
Okay.
Solid, but not special.
So a solid B there from Mr. Jim and Adam 12 or 1 Adam 12. Alex.
This one was one of the worst theatrical experiences for me, but not because of the movie.
Oh.
Like it has a slow pacing. It's a slow burn of a movie, and that's when people started to not like those movies back in that time. I think it was 2018.
I believe so.
16,
Somewhere around there.
no, it was 16, something like that. I feel like people stopped really feeling for these movies. Like they wanted everything to happen fast, and they weren't enjoying it, and it was an awful experience. People were talking, pulling their phones out. But then I watched it again at home, and it's a good movie. It does what it's supposed to do. It's kind of exhausting to see Spielberg again going with that same subject, and I don't know. It feels like Munich. It feels like that type of movie where it's like you've done this before. You've done this before in a way like I don't know. For me, that was kind of exhausting. But I think it's a very good movie, and like I mean, you can't say I can't say anything bad about it except that the people in the theater with me were assholes.
No, okay. Oh, well, that sucks though that you had that experience. But
yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
Oh wow.
But I give it a. What, did I grade it or no? I would give it a B.
Okay, a B from Mr. Alex Montano. Jose.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump off what Alex was saying. I think it's one of those things. It's like it didn't really feel like something that different. It just felt kind of like the same on theme that he keeps on doing. And I remember being a little upset about it because I think Mark Rylance won, if that's how you say his name, he won the Oscar for that.
Mhm.
And I didn't think he was that. I didn't think he was that good, especially because the couple other people that were nominated that year I thought were better. But I thought they gave it to him just because I don't know.
Because it's historical drama.
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah.
With that, Jose, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Stallone was nominated for playing Rocky.
Yeah.
And I was like, they need to give it to Stallone because obviously
he actually won it a couple other places. Like I think SAG gave it to him and other things, but the Oscars did not give it to him.
And I was like, oh, they're finally going to give Stallone an Oscar and for playing his most, I would argue, most iconic role as Rocky Balboa. So he played
I argue
the same
he's
character.
better. I argue Stallone is better in that movie than Rylance or whatever.
Right. So that's what I was like, oh, that's an easy one. It's Stallone. But then they gave it to Rylance. I mean, he was good, but they should have given it to Stallone that year.
Yeah, I think B for this film. I mean, I watched it for that purpose mainly, and I don't know if that was maybe that influenced it, but I was like, is he really that good? Because I wanted to compare the performances. And I was like, I didn't think he was that good to beat him, but whatever. Historical drama, Spielberg. It's gonna win over the
Vita says Bridge of Spies is a B. So yeah, looks like all B's here. So I'll put that as a B. Well, it's already there. So I'll put that in between Catch Me If You Can and Duel for now. All right, so we just have a few left here. Let's see. Let's do. Another movie I haven't seen. I believe 1989. Always. Yeah. I think this came out in 89, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. There.
It's 89.
Yeah. Alex.
I don't like that movie, but it's. Yeah, no. Like I've only seen it once.
Oh, okay.
In probably 2005 or 6, when I was trying to watch all of his filmography. I didn't love it. It's the same thing that the rest of his movies. It's not really that bad. It's just not memorable. It was like I don't even remember what it was about. Like honestly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then who?
Yeah, Adam does.
Yeah, to me, it was kind of It was a C movie. It was kind of forgettable. I remember Richard Dreyfuss and Holly Hunter and John Goodman, I believe, were in that.
Film. That's right, John Goodman.
Yeah. I believe it was a remake
or something.
It was a remake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alex, what did you give it?
A C.
A C?
Yeah.
A C. Okay. And then Adam, did you say C?
Yeah, C as well.
Okay. Jim, have you seen Always?
No, I have not seen this film, so I'll abstain.
Okay. And Jose?
Me neither.
No? Okay.
Me and Jose being the younger ones, we haven't seen all these.
Brick says never saw Bridge. Okay, so you hadn't seen Bridge of Spies. So all right, so we only have 2 grades in there, so I'm gonna have to put it over here. D levels. Would you say Always is better film than 1941 though?
No.
Okay.
But that's me. Maybe Adam.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. All right, so that's where we're at now. So let's see. Next one. Let's do a really fun one. Let's do Ready Player One. Dropping that in the middle. 2018. Let's start with Mr. Jim Collector.
Ooh.
Going B with this one. I feel like this should have been a film that, resonated with me, being, the subject matter that it's about. Pop culture is a big part of it, but in a way gaming. But I watched the film and it didn't stick with me. I found it largely forgettable. It was good. It had good elements to it. it just didn't wow me, and I haven't felt the need to watch it again. I have felt the need to read the book. I would like to read the book because I haven't done that. But
Book is awesome.
yeah,
Yes, the book is
yeah,
way
I've
better
heard
than
the books. I've
It
heard
is.
that. See, that's what I've heard, and that's normally the case, right? With books,
Yeah.
film adaptations, Game of Thrones. I'm looking at you, but yeah, no, I'd probably go. What did I say? B. I reckon a B is probably a solid place for that. It wasn't a bad film, but you know.
I did read the book, and I read it right before the movie came out, and I absolutely love the book. I really like the movie though, because I was trying to separate myself with, let's treat it as a movie, on its own, and you just gonna compare. You're gonna end up comparing it. So I mean,
by Harry Potter with that. So I tried to. So I'm not going to read the book until I've seen the film because it can sway you.
Yeah, and then what I did with Jurassic Park, because I've seen the movies. Jurassic Park is top 5 films for me, and I read the book decades later, and I just love them both, but separately for different reasons.
They're very different.
Kind of
They're quite different.
Yeah.
They're very different.
Yeah. But yeah, I really liked that Ready Player One. I had a lot of fun with it still. I was thinking like, they should have cast this person instead of who they got, things like that. But let's go to Adam. Ready Player One.
I love this book. It has some kind of biting commentary of the world we live in now. I was kind of disappointed in this film because when I heard that Spielberg was going to direct it, I'm like, wow. I mean, part of that book is an homage to Spielberg's, certainly his early career work. Maybe he was too close to it. I wish the movie had more of the book's biting edge in terms of the effects of the virtual reality technology that most of the world were sucked into in Ready Player One, because I don't feel like it had that. To me, Ty Sheridan wasn't a very strong lead. I guess this is one of the things where I get too closely associated with the book, and I don't think that the movie carried out the story in the book that as well as it could have. I think it was, in some ways, it was a little cartoonish to me. Particularly the end of it. It was almost like a Scooby-Doo reveal with Simon Pegg, at that with Morrow. I don't know. There's a lot of goofiness to it that I think I wouldn't have put in there, and it certainly was not in the book. I wish he was a little more like a little of the harder edge he had in AI. That was not in this. I would give it a B. Not, it's still, they're still entertaining. I was entertained by the movie, so I know I'm kind of trashing it here. That's not what I mean to do. I was still entertained by it. There's some great musical selections in it. The effects are very good. I like Ben Mendelsohn. Anytime Ben Mendelsohn's in something, I like him as an actor. But I wish it was a little bit harder edge. So for me, it's a B. To me, like I was thinking when this was coming out, this is going to be an A or S tier, and what I got was a B.
Oh, okay, all right. Alex,
It's really like I don't want to repeat myself because I think just like I have the same feeling as Adam, but for me it was a very disappointing experience because first I don't think that Spielberg should have directed this.
no.
I really think that he shouldn't have. It feels like it just doesn't feel right. It's like when he did The Fableman.
Oh.
It's like you're too close to it. You need someone else's vision, and it feels a bit like self-indulgent. I don't know how else to say it. And for me, it just doesn't feel right. Like I think like even Michael Bay or J.J. Abrams could be better choices for a movie like this. Really, when they're people who just go with the flow And I don't know, man. Like this, I don't hate it by any means, and I respect it technically. I think it was a very challenging movie for him, and it must be very difficult also to pay tribute to what you made. It must be hard for you as a creator to do that, but it didn't feel right for me. There were so many things about it that just didn't do it, and I think it's one of those movies that are gonna be stuck in a period of time, and 10 years from now nobody's really gonna remember it, or it's gonna look very dated, because like the effects and the whole world building aspect of it is just too stuck in an era. And the thing is that the subject in the book, and it's very modern, and it's like Blade Runner. Like it goes beyond the time where it was filmed. You know, that's my perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would give it for me, this is a C. This is a C. Just it didn't really do it.
Okay. Got a C from Mr. Alex Montano. So I got the A from Viking Collectibles. Valkyrie says I still have to watch Ready Player One. My sister says I should watch it, but maybe one day. So maybe one day. Jim, did we watch it together? I don't remember it at all. I'm not sure if you did. Okay, so it looks like another movie to add to the list right there, Jim.
Possibly, yeah.
Let's see, Jose, Ready Player One.
So I think I'm kind of basically with the general consensus in regards to the film. I remember watching it. I remember being really excited, especially when the trailers were coming out. It seemed there was a lot of potential there. I had never read the book, so I don't have that background. So I kind of just went in there just to experience the film. And I think it's kind of great. I think Adam made the point about Ty Sheridan. I didn't think he was ready to lead that film at that particular point, even though I do think he's a pretty good actor. But I wasn't completely sold on it. There was a couple of things, like gimmicky things, that I didn't really quite enjoy. The whole storyline also with the girl saying that she's ugly, but it's actually a very pretty girl that only has the mark on her face, and I'm like,
Right.
oh, man. I was like,
That's kind of funny.
Which is actually Allison from House of the Dragon, if you did not know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
And she had just come off Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, which is a wonderful film if you've never seen that film. And that's why Spielberg cast her in this film. But anyways, long story short, I think I'm kind of somewhat in that same ballpark. I would go probably B- or so for this film. I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember it being a film that I quite revisit and want to watch all the time. I felt like it wasn't that level of quality of film.
Okay.
It had so much potential, man.
Yeah.
Much potential.
I think I liked it more than you guys did. So
I wouldn't say it's bad.
It
Like I
happens,
wouldn't
yeah.
dare say it's a bad movie.
yeah, I like
No.
I like that they changed one of the missions, one of the what do you call them?
The Easter eggs.
Yeah, yes, the change it to the Shining. They added that in the movie that wasn't in the book. So I kind of like that. And then when they get into that whole, they get into the hotel, the Overbrook Hotel and stuff like that, because I really like The Shining. So that kind of like maybe elevated a little bit for me.
That was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool. And then one of my favorite rides at Disneyland is the Haunted Mansion. So it kind of feels like there's a part of that ride that's in that scene. So I kind of like that stuff there. But yeah, so let's see. Vita says, Jose, 9 times out of 10, girls feel not pretty, even if you think they are pretty. So Jose left already. So thank you so much, Barry.
He ducked out.
So I'm gonna put Ready Player One as actually, I think where it is right now, it's probably good. B-. I don't think it fits the C level, but B-, I think it's a good one there. I don't think anyone has given an S tier, and there's only one A, so I think we're good there. All right, so I'm gonna close the polls for E.T., BFG, and Bridge of Spies. Okay, so we have like 4 left around there. So let's drop Amistad, dropping that in the middle. Let's start with Adam.
Great performances from Jaimin Hunsu, Matthew McConaughey, and Anthony Hopkins as John Quincy Adams. I would, and again, music, just a great theme to this by John Williams. I would give this an A minus, probably.
Okay. A from Adam. Alex?
I give it an 8. It's a great movie. Really, some iconic moments. It made me really tear up when I forgot how to pronounce his name. Jimon, well, the guy when he's with
Jaimin Hunsu.
Yeah, he's like just saying, "Give us free," and it's a very powerful movie. It's very good performances, and I need to watch it again. I think I've only seen it 2 or 3 times, but it's a great movie. It's a great movie. Yeah. Give it, it's an 8.
An A. Mr. Jim.
This is another one I don't think that I've watched, to be honest, so I'll have to skip this one. But I've added it to my list.
Okay. I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna give it an A. I wouldn't say I'm a U.S. history buff or anything like that, but I do like a lot of American history. I had to learn a lot about it with my my major in college and stuff like that. So I kind of like this kind of stuff, and I thought this was done beautifully and perfectly. I found this movie very entertaining, actually. It's kind of long too. It's like 2 hours and 35 minutes or something like that, and performances are all great. And another one of those movies that I wouldn't necessarily expect Spielberg to make, going back to that era and stuff like that, but that was well done. So I'll give it an A since Jim hasn't seen that, so I'll step in there. Jose.
I haven't seen it either, so you'll have to jump in. I haven't seen that one.
All right, and then as Anthony Hopkins as John Quincy Adams, he was perfect. He was perfect in that role there. Let's see. Valkyrie says, I missed this movie. So yeah, it looks like we don't have any grades from the live chat, but all right, so let's move on to the next one. Let's see. Let's do Temple of Doom, is it? What is it called? Oh,
Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom. There you go. Let's start with Jose.
Ooh. So I really like Temple of Doom, man. I actually I was watching it. I was rewatching all 3 films maybe last year or so, and I remembered I was like, man, I didn't know how fun this movie was. I quite enjoyed the rewatch on this one. I don't know. I'm gonna go S tier, man. I really love Temple of Doom, man. So okay. I don't know.
S tier from Jose. Mr. Jim.
Good.
I'm gonna go A tier with this one. It's it is a really good film. It's the weakest of the initial 3 films in the series.
Whoa.
Out of all the Indiana Jones or the original trilogy of Indiana Jones?
I said the initial 3.
I didn't hear you.
Still, whoa.
Come on, guys. Use those ears, guys. Come on.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say out of all 5, and I was like, Jim, we're going to have problems.
Crystal Skull is the best in the series, all right? No, I'm joking.
No.
Whoa. Okay.
It's all aliens, guys.
Dial of Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
Dial of Destiny. No, I'd say it's the weakest of the 3. Although, arguably, the boulder scene and the hat scene is probably one of the more iconic scenes from Indiana Jones as a series. I think to like the wider audience out there. But I'd put this as an A. It's a really good film. I enjoy it a lot. I like all 3 Indiana Jones films. So I would say, I'd put this an A tier. I think it's a worthy place.
Okay, so again, 8A from Mr. Jim. We have an S from Jose. Mr. Adam.
Kalima, Kalima, Kalima.
The heart scene
No time
just
for
gets
love,
me every
Dr.
time.
Jones, but time for S tier. This is actually of the Indiana Jones films when I was a kid, the one I liked the least. But in retrospect, it's, I don't know, I might like the second favorite because it's a awesome film. It's so dark and it's funny as hell with his interplay with Short Round. I'd say out of the Indiana Jones love interest, Kate Capshaw probably my least favorite. Out of I guess, well, I don't know. I didn't really like the Nazi lady from the third one, so maybe not.
Oh,
Maybe she's my second. Karen Allen's obviously the best one. Marion Ravenwood. But yeah, this is an awesome movie. I love like the score. Particularly at the end where he comes back with the kids, and that theme comes again. Just it's awesome from the beginning. It's like a James Bond movie where he's in his white tux and she's singing
Anything goes.
yeah, just awesome. But they're singing it in Chinese and she's singing it in English. I love the intro to this film, start to finish. Love it. S tier for me. Not as high as Raiders, but I definitely an S tier level for me.
okay. So we got an S from Mr. Adam, and I think that was it, right? No, just kidding, Alex.
This is an S tier for me. Like I like them in the order of release, but Temple of Doom is the first Indiana Jones movie that I watched. I was I think 5 years old, and I mean it's so much fun. It's so dark, like Adam was saying. I think out of the three is the one that takes the most risks with the themes and everything. And I find it really funny that years after it came out, people started calling it a racist movie. I don't see how the movie is racist. I really don't understand. I don't know why people say that about the movie. It's just like I really don't know. Just because the bad guys are from India, I don't get it. But whatever. I think it's a really fun movie. I watched it just a couple nights ago because I bought my Sankara stones and I had to watch it. Yeah. But yeah, this movie is very meaningful to me, like all of the other Indiana Jones, and I really like it.
Okay. Let's see. So Feel the Burn says the mightiest of S tiers. So that's in there. Thank you so much, Robert.
Now Robert's talking sense.
Now he is. Valkyrie, Temple of Doom was great, but when I was a kid, The Burning Heart was so gruesome for me, but still an S. So got that.
I was the same.
I thought it was awesome.
Viking Collectible says the Temple of Doom is good, but the weakest of the trilogy have to be a B tier for me. Okay, so I got that B in there. Thank you so much, Viking.
You know what? I think that I really don't think it's the weakest. I think actually it's the one that continued with the tone of the first one, because Raiders had comedy in it, but it didn't depend on it. And Last Crusade became like a complete comedy. I love it, but I think that this one was really more of a continuation of what Raiders was doing.
Okay. Feel the Burn says, I still eat strawberry jello when the monkey brains come out. All right. Let's see. Jenny Fleck from James Bond was great in The Last Crusade.
Let's remember that Temple of Doom, along with Gremlins, but really Temple of Doom is responsible for the PG-13 rating.
Yes.
This was rated PG when it came out, and a lot of parents, or some parents, were horrified over the violence in the eating the brains and all that in Temple of Doom, along with some of the violence in Gremlins, and so they were this is like the Tipper Gores of the world, were lobbying the film industry, and they came out with the PG-13 rating.
Okay, so I got all the grades, guys. You guys all went right. Jose, I have you as an S, right? So
Yes.
got that. Okay, so now is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, should it be ahead of E.T.?
Yes.
I would say no, but I don't know.
Jose?
Yes.
Jim?
I mean, I think I put both of these in A tier, so I'll say yes. I prefer it to ET.
Okay, all right. So the first two Indiana Jones movies are two right now. So all right, guys, two left, and then that'll wrap up part one of Steven Spielberg directed
Wow.
filmography. So we're 2 hours in. So two left.
Vamos.
So I did select
Be a
the
big
last two. So I selected the last two. So here's the next one. War of the Worlds. Dropping that in the middle.
Ooh,
Tom
nice.
Cruise, Dakota Fanning. Let's start with Mr. Jim.
Do you know what's crazy is how many films I've watched over the years that I didn't realize at the time was a Spielberg film until later. And this is one of those films, but then thinking back to it, it makes sense. I really like this film. At the time it came out, I got it on DVD. I had one of those little portable DVD players, you know, like where you just like flipped up the screen, you could watch it. My parents, they used to drive to France quite a lot, so I used to like watch that in the back of the car, and it was one of my movies of choice. I used to love it. Saying that, I don't think it warrants an S. I would probably put it A. It's not one of his strongest films, but I really enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a good film. So yeah, I'd give it an A.
All right. So got an A for Mr. Jim. Adam.
I think this is it's a tough one. One of the first post 9/11 films, and it wasn't a couple years after 9/11, so it definitely had it. He did an amazing job of capturing the horror of watching the Twin Towers fall and what happened that day, and channel that into what an alien invasion would be like. Try to make it as realistic as possible. I think it's a great performance by Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning, father and daughter. And then there's a really unhinged performance by Tim Robbins, where they at one point in the film where they end up in his house or his barn or something. Actually, part of it was filmed not far from me in near Saugerties, New York, and near the Hudson River.
Nice.
So I think it's a great film. It doesn't, if it was, there's like one beat at the end of the film that has always kind of bothered me, where they get to Boston, his ex-wife, and he gets the kids there safely, and like the ex-wife comes out with her folks, and it looks like they're all dressed for like the whole world is literally falling apart, and they're dressed for like a Sunday dinner or something. It just seems, you watch that, if you don't recall it, just check that out next time you see it. Like, it just kind of like, what? So the ending of it was it was kind of a little weak for me. But having said that, I think it's still an A film. I think it's just great, great showcase for Tom Cruise's acting talents, and I think Spielberg really captures the horror of what that kind of invasion would look like, but also the mood of the country post 9/11. So I think it's an A for me.
Okay. How about Alex?
For me, it's a B. It's a really fun movie, but I found that after the first hour, it kind of lost me for a bit. There's like 20-30 minutes of the movie when they are running, and after the ferry scene, I remember I haven't seen that many times here. Like after that, like there's this part where Justin Chatwin, I think that's the name of the son, that he wants to go with the soldiers. That part for me was like, what the hell is this? Like it felt, it didn't do it for me. But then when they
Agreed.
go with Tim Robbins, that part, like Tim Robbins is completely crazy in that part. Pretty cool. And I really like how they showed what Tom Cruise is willing to do to save his daughter. Like it feels realistic in a way, like what you would be willing to do to save someone you care about.
Mhm.
I actually got really disappointed about this movie like a month.
Oh,
I think we might be losing Alex.
Effects and all this stuff.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, you lost me.
Yeah, for
we
like
lost it for a bit.
5-10 seconds or something like that.
Oh,
But
really?
go ahead.
And I was talking and talking and talking.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
Where did you stop listening to me?
You're talking about the with the
Where
kid
lost
in the
you.
military and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Okay, so after that, I really liked the Team Robbins part, and I was gonna say that I got disappointed at the movie like a month ago because I was watching this Light and Magic show in Disney Plus, and they were breaking down the Warner shot from the movie. I don't know if you remember that there's this continuous shot when they are running away in the van. You remember that?
Yeah.
That the camera doesn't cut at any point. And I thought that was a Warner, and I was always like, this is completely amazing the way they did it, because the camera goes inside the car and does a ton of crazy stuff. And I was like, this is very impressive. And on this show, they revealed that it's not real. It's not a real Warner. They did a lot of stitching in VFX, and it just destroyed the magic for me. I really thought that was one thing. I thought it was something very impressive from Spielberg, because he loves doing Warners like that, but it really wasn't a Warner. So it was just a cheap trick, and I was very disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Technical stuff that no one cares about.
Oh, I got a B from
That's interesting
Alex.
stuff, actually.
Adam, wait, did I get yours, Adam? Or
You got me. I give it an A.
oh, you give an A. Okay.
But I give it. I would clarify it as A minus.
Oh, okay. Jose.
I think I'm like somewhere in the ballpark. I haven't seen this since it probably came out. I was gonna rewatch it too in preparation for this, but again, I was busy watching West Side Story, so
How long did that take?
that took me a while. Oh man, you know what I mean. I'd probably go ballpark around there. I do like when you go to the Universal's lot. You ever gone on the tour and then they take you and
Where the plane is, yeah.
Yeah, the plane is. That's really cool. I think I'd go B plus or so, a ballpark. I think it's enjoyable, but it's definitely not one of his best. So I'd go ballpark around there.
Okay, got a B plus for Mr. Jose. I got these grades here. Feel the Burn, A. This was so much fun, so I added that in there. Valkyrie says B. B for me. Viking says it's B as well, so I added that in there as well. So I'm closing all the polls here except War of the Worlds. So for War of the Worlds, it's going to be it's going to be like a B, like a solid B, based on these grades here. There's no S at all in here, so it'll be like a B. Now, should it be ahead of Ready Player One?
Yes.
Of
I would
course.
put it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
So
so.
I'll leave it there. I think that's good there. Or actually, should it be ahead of Bridge of Spies?
Yes.
I would say so. I preferred it.
Okay. Now Duo was low because there was only 2 grades, so that's why it's kind of like low down there. But all right, so we'll keep it like that. All right. So Valkyrie says I agree. So there you go. So this is the last one here, guys, for today. There'll be a part 2, and then we'll discuss later to see when part 2 will be, and then hopefully I have all you guys back. But the last one, exactly 6 months from now. hope not, but
Let's
When
do it
his
sooner.
next film
Let's do it
comes out.
sooner.
what was that, Adam?
When his next film comes out.
The Alien movie, right? The
No, when
2026.
Spielberg's next movie comes out. Yeah.
it's
That's when
okay.
we'll do
Yeah,
it.
it's an alien movie. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right. So I
Yeah.
think it's didn't they say 2026? Like sometime next
Yeah.
year or something?
I think
He's
it
working
is.
on it.
Yeah.
It'll probably be holiday
Untitled
season,
still,
is what
right?
I'm guessing. But what was that, Jim?
It's an untitled film still, right? They haven't got the
Yeah.
title for it yet.
Yeah.
I think that we don't have a title of that yet, but of course, looking forward to that. So the last one for today is Jaws. So let's start with Adam.
You wouldn't. This is the first summer blockbuster, and every movie that's released in the summer, that's a big tentpole film, owes a debt of gratitude to Jaws. I just watched a week or so ago on Disney Plus. There's an excellent documentary about the 50 years of Jaws, the 50th anniversary this year, and I highly recommend it if you haven't already seen it. It's worth your time. I think this is, one of Spielberg's best. Again, perfect film. Now, this was, as mentioned, I think Alex was talking about before about his first few films over budget, and this was over budget. You didn't see the shark too much in the film because they had technical issues and budgetary issues, but it worked. You wouldn't know that if you're watching the film because it works. The suspense of not seeing, Bruce is what they named affectionately named the shark.
I love that.
Worked to such great effect. But what too often its imitators, and I would say the same for Jurassic Park, have not learned. You can have all the great effects in the world, and these great monster effects and visual effects, but if you don't have a human story that you care about, then it's meaningless. And at its core, Jaws is a human story, and the three main characters, Chief Brody, Richard Dreyfuss's character, and of course Quint, the shark hunter, and you cared about those three characters and the tension and interplay and humor between them, and then of course some of the side characters like the incompetent mayor and Chief Brody's family, and there's so many. I mean, we could spend 2 hours just talking about this movie like we could have with Raiders of the Lost Ark. But one of the things I love about Spielberg is, again, how he's able to coax these performances out of child actors. There's a scene kind of midway through Jaws where Roy Scheider's character, Chief Brody, is at the dinner table and he's with his youngest son, and they just make faces at each other. And it's, to me, what separates Spielberg as a director from some other hacks or some other directors is, you have this thriller, this action film, but he takes these quiet moments, like that scene with Chief Brody and his son, and makes that an important part of the film. Let's talk about the scene with the three of the main characters, Quint, Brody, and what's Richard Dreyfuss' character's name? Remind me. What's that?
I don't remember.
I forgot. I need to.
Yeah, so they're on, the famous scene where they're talking about their scars, and there's some humor in that, and then they ask Quint where he got that one scar. Hooper. Yeah, Hooper asked Quint where he got this one scar, and he talks about being on the Indianapolis, and that's that harrowing story that he tells, which is based on true story. And then they do that song and I think they ad-lib that whole scene where they do I'm tired and I want to go to bed. It just, oh my god, it's so freaking awesome. I love this movie, and I can just say, like, there's a whole generation, maybe generations since this movie came out, that were afraid to go in the ocean. They're like, I was afraid to go in the bathtub when I was very, very little because the shark might come, or the pool, the shark might come in. Yeah, and it's just like this movie, maybe more than any other on this list, had enormous cultural resonance in our culture. How many sharks were killed because of this movie? Because people got the bad impression of sharks, So I don't know. I this is like S tier it's so hard to say what my favorite Spielberg is. I mean, I think I did say Raiders, but I don't know. This is up there too. Highest tier.
Okay. Mr. Jim.
Well, yeah, this is a good one. I feel like Spielberg is one of those. The reason a lot of us like him so much is because of how defining he is and how much impact he's had on filmmaking and cinema as a whole. And I think Jaws is a really good example of that. It's just had so many influences beyond just a summer blockbuster, although that is, it created that. But I'm a big horror fan, and the influences it's had on horror and the slasher genre particularly is immeasurable. I mean, it is such a big film that transcends so many genres from that regard. Just the entire film, like even now, again, I think I mentioned it earlier, like sometimes if you missed a film that came out 10 years ago, 20 years ago, depending on your age, and you watch it now, sometimes it can be harder to appreciate it for what it was at its time, because now it might be dated. Some of the aspects of it might now be considered cliche when they weren't back then. This is one of those films that I think's held up so well over time, because I watched it when I was younger, too young to probably watch, scared the hell out of me, and I've watched it again since as an adult, and I still loved it. I still really enjoyed it. I was still immersed in it, and I was still captivated by it throughout. Didn't touch my phone once watching that for a second time. So I think this is definitely an S tier. It's probably one of his strongest films that he's made, at least for me anyway. It's just such a good film throughout, and just Jaws. Although I'm glad I didn't know the shark was nicknamed Bruce. I feel like that takes some of the fear out of it a little bit.
It's a Finding Nemo.
It's just such an unassuming name. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a good point actually. I didn't consider that. But no, this is an easy S tier. It's such a good film, and it's done so much for what we see and know now. So definitely S.
All right, another S. Jose, plus.
I mean, there's not much you can say that's not already been said in terms of what this has done for the film history, and the just as a whole, the whole industry has been largely influenced by that. And again, you guys were mentioning the fact that the sharks became a problem, right? The mechanical sharks, and so thus at that point they had to improvise, and thus made that soundtrack as powerful as it was, to make it as if the shark was there and doing the POV shots and so on and so forth. Man, I had to watch this film several times for film school, but it was never a chore. There was always some films that it felt kind of like a chore, like you had to be checking out these films because of certain aesthetics or certain editing, but they weren't quality films. And this one never felt like a chore. It was always enjoyable to watch. And I've seen this one even on the big screen. It came on. It was one of those Phantom events one a couple of years ago. I saw it in the theater, and it was even better in the theater. So I'd go S tier on this one. I don't think there's any other tier for this one.
Yeah, this one's coming out in theaters again. I think this month, maybe.
Yeah, I think the 7th, August 7th.
Yeah, so somewhere on there. Yeah, so it's coming back to theaters. Alex,
there's a thing like with Spielberg in general. Like a lot of people think that commercial filmmaking, like Hollywood filmmaking, is not art. They think that a good film has to be artsy. Like you have to talk about Fellini or filmmakers that are very like artsy, and it's complete bullshit. Spielberg proved early in his career that a good film can be successful. A good film, like, I mean, Schindler's List is a really sad movie, but it's a Hollywood movie. And I think that people forget that you can have both things. You can have art and you can have entertainment. You can have, it's not like it's one thing or the other. And Jaws was like a great example for that, because like Adam was saying, it's the first blockbuster. And to this day, it's a movie that people still enjoy because it's good filmmaking. It's a good film. It proved something, but people right now are trying to replicate that formula so much, but it doesn't have a heart, because like, yes, this is a commercial movie. It's a big budget movie, but at its core, it's a story, a very simple story. It's a very, very, very simple story. And now movies don't have that. And it's really, it breaks my heart to think that we are lost. We lost that magic because we're now only thinking on what's successful, just to replicate things, just try to do things that are a copy of Jaws, a copy of Jurassic Park, a copy of everything. I don't know if you guys watched that awful Apple TV movie with Natalie Portman and what was it?
Oh,
Fountain of Youth.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
it's
go.
that piece of shit. And like,
I
that's
heard it
bad.
was bad. I haven't seen that though.
it's just trying to be Last Crusade. It's trying to be Indiana Jones, but it is not. And it's like they Hollywood lost its way. Like they no longer know how to make good movies. And I think that people need to go back to movies like Jaws and understand like what Adam was saying. Like, and I was saying, like, just watch the dinner scene. Watch what makes this movie important. If you don't care about the characters, what they're going through, then if they get killed, it's completely irrelevant. And now it's all about the spectacle and not about the story, the characters. And yeah, I think that Jaws, it's going to be 100 years from now and people are still going to watch it. It's never going to become a dated movie. It's not going to become like one of those movies that you watch and like, oh yeah, it looks old. It looks great. And it's amazing that a movie that is 50 years old looks a lot better than movies that are 3 or 4 years old. They are so obsessed with over stylized movies. And that's why I get so angry at movies like Zack Snyder style. It just annoys me to think that you put style above what you're trying to say.
Ya me perdiste, Alex. Ya me perdiste.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm not talking about his storytelling. I'm talking about the visuals. When you focus so much on those visuals, like eventually it's gonna look dated, and that's.
I think that's a lot. It's not just I use Zach as an example, but I think that's a lot of modern filmmaking. Though it's like it's just so over reliance on green screen and CGI, and it's just like they don't look like real films now. Like someone was comparing, I saw on Twitter, someone was comparing the high saturation and beautiful shots of Supergirl, then the Helen Slater film, and how beautifully shot that film looked. And that movie is not good if you've ever seen it.
I like it.
But if you look at how it was shot, there was a shot where like the contrast of the colors and the film grain and everything was looking. It was a GIF. And people were like, "Why does this film look better than more modern blockbusters?" And it's because of the way that they shot these films. You know what I mean? It's just like. I mean, that one had like a $35 million budget, so they had to shoot it.
I think Christopher Nolan is doing that. He's not really relying on too much CGI and stuff like that usually. So,
like one problem that's happening with cinematography now is that the fact that they're shooting digital and that they can decide the style of the movie in post-production, everything looks flat now. Because the style of the movie is defined in post-production, not during filming. Color grade was just supposed to be a tool to enhance certain aspects of your shot, of your film. The color palette, everything was chosen before, early in pre-production. Right now, every movie that you watch, like if you watch, like let's get a super basic example, like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Watch that, and then watch The Hobbit. Just watch the style of the movie. And that movie, The Hobbit, is one of the first examples of how they started to do what they do right now. They don't light for highlights anymore and shadows. Like everything is flat. Just look at the clouds now. They add all of that in post-production. Before, you had cinematographers and directors sit down for hours to get the perfect shot, to get the perfect sunrise, to get the perfect sunset. But now everything is done fake. And it's very sad. Like movies don't have that magic anymore. Like Spielberg wanted to shoot Jaws in the open ocean. He didn't know the shark wasn't going to work in salt water. Yeah. And those little things, like his innocence of trying to go there without knowing that it wasn't going to work, it made the movie feel more realistic. Yeah. And these are things like now I'm started talking about filmmaking and not Jaws, but it's so relevant.
I forgot what we were talking about, Alex. So what is that?
Yeah, but it's like it really pisses me off. There's no other way to say it. How many people are not going back to these movies and understand that what make them great, and it sucks to think that the future filmmakers, the guys that are currently trying to break it in the industry, don't know anything about these movies, don't know anything about Hitchcock, don't know anything about those directors that were great 70 years ago, because they only think of what's been made in the past 10 years. And most of the things that have been made in the past 10 years are garbage, because they're just copies of the great movies of back in the day. And yeah, sorry, I got a little sidetracked. And yeah.
All right, so thank you so much, Alex. So
I'm sorry.
So S tier, yeah.
Yes, of course.
S tier. Okay. All right.
What was the
The
grade
Mexican
again?
hero. I always get very passionate about things. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Está
perfectly
bien,
fine.
está bien, no te preocupes.
That's why I like you here. So,
Thank you.
all right. So S, I didn't see any grades from the chat, but all you guys said S. So I'm gonna move this to S tier. So ET. Let's see. ET got a few A's, but it also got more votes. But do you think it should be ahead of ET?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. How about Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom?
I would say yes.
I would say
Yes.
Okay. How about Raiders?
No.
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 Okay. All right.
I can see
Alright,
the
so-
argument for it, but I'd say leave it as is.
Yeah.
I would
Alright,
say on
alright.
the fence, but yeah, you could leave it there.
Let's see. Valkyrie says I will need to rewatch Jaws. I saw it as a kid, so I still see it as terrifying. I was afraid of the bathtub and the beach. So yeah. All right, guys. So all the polls have closed now. So this is the end of the stream. Spielberg-directed filmography tier list part 1. So, glad I decided to split it because we still had quite a few movies left to go. So we have. I'll just summarize this real quick here. So at the D tier, we have Always 1941 in the C tier list. The BFG, the Sugarland Express, the Terminal. B tier list, Amistad, Ready Player One, Duel. Bridge of Spies, War of the Worlds, Catch Me If You Can. A tier is Hook and The Color Purple. And S tier, we have E.T., Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Jaws, and Raiders of the Lost Ark. So these are not all of the films. For part 2, we have Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Empire of the Sun, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, The Lost World, AI, Minority Reports, Munich, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. What's the name of that movie? Tintin? Is that
Yeah.
what that's-
Tintin.
I haven't
That's
seen
the one.
that actually. War
It was
Horse.
supposed to be a trilogy, and
Oh yeah,
Didn't do
Isn't
too well.
Wasn't Peter Jackson involved in that too?
yeah.
Yes.
Then we have Lincoln, The Post, West Side Story, The Fablemans, and Saving Private Ryan. So that's for
So
part
you're
2.
saying I watched West Side Story for a week, so we wouldn't talk about it?
That movie was so
Oh,
annoying.
weak,
That movie
Jose.
was so
Wow.
annoying.
How dare you,
musical.
Gio?
Well,
How dare you?
I mean, if we do part 2 sooner than later, it'll still be worth it to you, right? But
I'll forget it by then.
oh, will you really?
Leave
Well,
it
I mean, that kind of tells me
It
your
tips off
grade.
your grade.
Exactly.
To watch it
right.
again.
I kind of have an idea what you're going to grade it then. All right. So thank you guys for joining me here in the panel of the Canon Council. So let's go and show Mr. 1 Adam 12's YouTube channel. So what do you got going on, Mr. Adam?
Hey, first of all, a great panel. I think we all, got it right here. I think this is, particularly look at that S tier. I think I can't argue with any one of those S tiers. This is so. I tip my cap to each of you guys on the panel.
Awesome.
I'm gonna be on Beagle 6 with Brick tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. in the West. And I'm not sure what time that is in Great Britain, but
Way
it's
past
5
my
hours
bedtime.
from here. Yeah,
It's
Late.
sleep time.
Sleep
Yeah,
time.
Yes, yeah.
So that's what I got going on. I got I told you we didn't even get to do this. I got this guy here. I was
Oh, that's right.
beforehand.
Ah, that's
So
awesome.
unexpectedly. So
Awesome.
be opening that guy, and I just got my Han Solo yesterday, so I'll be unboxing that hopefully tomorrow or the next day.
All right. Well, Mr. 1 out of 12, thank you so much as always. Great supporter. Love having you on here. So thanks so very much there. Then let's go to Jose Plus. So what do you got going on, Jose?
Nothing yet. Should be doing more reviews soon, hopefully. And what else? We got the big show. Oh, we can't see it. There we go. Got the big show coming up in the 23rd of August. It's going to be Phil, good friend of ours, Rogue One Photography, going up against KG Collector. Two awesome pitches. I've seen their rough drafts of their presentations already from both of them, and those are two items that people really, really want. I think this one's going to be neck and neck. It's going to be a 50-50, I think. And I'm really, really excited for you guys to see them. So, yeah, it's going to be on the 23rd of August, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, or UK time for you, Jim. So I'm excited about this one. We still haven't locked in the special guest judges yet. I'm still trying to see schedules, but it's still about 3 weeks away. So about 3 weeks from today is the show. So hope to see you guys there. I've talked to, I think, all of you guys about coming on the show. Alex is you're going to make your debut soon, so hopefully that will happen soon. So yeah, we'll
all in Spanish.
We'll talk about it. Yeah,
All
in
Spanish.
español.
Muy bien.
But
So
yeah,
any-
I'm excited about this one.
Any exclusives that you like to leak here today, Jose?
Any exclusives? Nothing yet. Nothing I can say yet, because I don't want to say something and it's not for sure. So, I can say this about an exclusive. I can throw this out. So we have a show. So August is the end of August. It's this show. The next episode would be on the 24-hour stream, which is the one that you're bringing up here. So the next episode would be Marco's time slot, which you see there is 6 a.m., which is going to be terrible for me. It's going to be September 6th as be our next episode. And I've already talked to a couple people. I haven't not locked in the competitors except for one. If you saw earlier, Viking Collectibles is going to be the contestant.
Love that. That's
Okay,
exciting.
nice.
Viking Collectibles is the contestant on that show. I wanted to get someone overseas, quote unquote overseas, because of the
Across the
time
pond.
slot. So across the pond, because of the time slot. So he has reluctantly agreed, especially because he knows, Jim, if you're still on, you are supposed to be the guest judge on that episode. So
There you go.
you and Vita. So I told him about that, and he was like, "Oh, even better." So he's excited about it, but I have not gotten his opponent yet. So we're working on that. But yeah,
Okay. I haven't met him yet. So
Viking has never done a live stream. He's going to do his debut, like Vita. It's going to be his first ever live stream. He's going to do his debut on Más o Menos in September.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, welcome to that, Viking. Looking forward to that for sure.
And I told him his fight poster is going to be him as a Viking, because what else? You know?
Oh yeah,
Of
right.
course, yeah.
Pretty easy.
What else?
Mr. Blurt, that live dropping by, channel member. Yo, I will catch the replay. Hope you recovered from all those shots, Gio. Yeah, I would say so. Thank you, Blurt, out there. So Mr. Jose, thank you so much for joining here. I hope you are available whenever it is that we do part 2, hopefully soon.
Yes, yes, you have to be there.
Viking's in the chat still. Viking's still in the chat.
He is.
There he is.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, what is the chat section at? Looking forward to it, he says. So there you go. Thank you so much.
There it is.
Vita said, best show to have your debut on. Says
Appreciate
Vita.
that.
So there you go.
That, Vita.
All right. So thank you so much, Sir Jose. And let's do Mr. Alex Montano. Now, Alex, you because I know you're focusing on English now, right? But
I'm going to have both channels.
Oh, you are going to have both. Okay.
Yes,
So this
I'm gonna
is
have
the
both. English.
this is the one that I have right now. This page here. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't even see it. There you go. Here you go. Mr. Alex, what do you got going on? Thank you for joining us here today.
So I started my English YouTube channel because I know, like most people that I have on Instagram and everything, like speak English, and my Spanish friends don't really watch my stuff that much. I don't think they're into pop culture as much as we are. So yeah. So my channel is movie reviews, prop reviews, like all the cool stuff that I like. I'm working on an Indiana Jones video. I'm going to review the whole saga because I wanted to do that for a while. And I'm going to do that on the English channel because I think that the Indiana Jones fandom is more English speaking. What's vibrating? Something is vibrating very loudly.
Oh, okay.
Gio.
I don't know what that is, but
yeah, something was vibrating very loudly. I got scared. I thought it was.
I thought that was in my
Oh.
room.
What the
Jim,
hell?
what did you turn on there, Jim? Put that away, Jim.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Nothing like that.
Put it away, Jim.
Do you still hear it, or so good?
No.
Or, okay.
No, I can't hear it now.
Oh, okay.
No, I've turned it off.
Oh, you turned it off.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, subscribe to my channel. There's barely any content right now, but there will be. There will be.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Alex. As always, always love having you on here. So
Always happy to be here. Tell me anytime I can, I'll join you, even if it's about talking figures that I don't collect anymore.
oh yeah, that's right. So hopefully I have you on Figures Talk again soon. And then Mr. Jim Collectors. So what do you have going on?
Not as much as I'd like. I need to pull my finger out, to be fair, with YouTube and kind of get back onto doing those reviews. I've had Paul Atreides for a good 2 weeks now, and I haven't finished filming that review yet, so I need to do that. I do have my Emperor Palps coming in soon as well, so I'll do that when he arrives. I'm really looking forward to that figure. I love how that turned out. He looks absolutely terrifying, so he's going to fit in quite nicely. So that, and I've been a bit stagnant on figure photography as well, so I'm going to start picking it up again next week now that life has calmed down a little bit. So check that out on my Instagram. Extra little shout out to Viking Collectibles as well. He does really good figure photography as well, so if you're into that, check out his Instagram because he does some really good stuff over there.
Nice.
Absolutely.
And of course, thanks for having me on, and it's been really fun to chat with all you guys. And Alex, I've subscribed to your YouTube channel as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what you put out.
Thank you.
There you go.
Subscribe to yours.
And, Vikings
It's
does
good
have
meeting you,
some
man.
hot takes, though.
too,
Just
buddy.
like Jim, Viking has some hot takes. So
Oh, really?
Me and him are
warning-
like,
just warning you.
we're in sync.
Cool.
So he's we're very similar.
All right. Well, Mr. Jim, thank you so much for being able to make it here today. I know you're several hours ahead of us. So glad you were
That's
able to join us here. So thank you so much, guys. Valkyrie says still number one. And yes, so he's a channel member. So you'll get for the Met Report is 25 credits, Valkyrie. So I'll add 25 credits to your character profile. You are number one in the top fans. Vita was number 2, and Viking Collectibles was number 3. So there you go. So thank you so much, guys, for the engagement, for interacting
Sorry,
here.
Gio.
Yeah.
Can I correct a mistake and shout out Vita as well? She also has incredible figure photography on her Instagram page. So go check out Vita, aka her geeky side, on Instagram, please.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Exactly. Vita, aka her geeky sides. Han Solo has tipped over like twice. So
I don't know.
so now you don't want
it
it.
anymore.
Well, it's okay because I was drunk yesterday. So, but
Sure you were. Sure you were.
Vita has a great page, so that is true. Jim, you shouted Viking, but not me. So there you go.
How dare you? Doesn't fix his hair. Doesn't shout out Vita.
Yeah, right. Right.
I don't know why she puts up with me, to be fair.
Oh, right. Well, thank you guys. The Canon Council here today. Like I said, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys doing this. This was part 1. Part 2, hopefully soon. I'll message you guys, and then we'll set a date. So it'll probably be a Saturday like this, probably morning.
Okay.
It's going to be on August 23rd.
Next year.
Just kidding. Next year, 2026, right?
I really thought that we were gonna be here for 5 hours. I was.
Oh, you know what? I was
ready to settle in.
I was like, you know what? It was gonna be too much. So I was like, I'm just gonna split it. But
I think you're going to need to get a bigger stream.
Oh, right,
Thanks.
exactly, right. So there you go. And Jaws was the last one here today. But again, thank you so much, guys. If you're watching the replay or you're watching live, I do appreciate that. Thank you so very much there. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And of course, subscribe to everyone here in the panel. The link of their YouTube channels are in the description of this video. So if you want to subscribe to them, it is right there in that description there of the video. So thank you so much, guys. Figures Talk on Friday. I'll be doing that. And I had a crazy Figures Talk last night. So check that out if you haven't done so already. But thank you, guys. That is it for today. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your nights, Vita and Jim here tonight. So thank you, guys. And I'll see you guys next time.